was it? Yeah. Yeah. Fuck, looks like my internet's garbage today.
Okay, sweet. We're good to go. So, after your victory in the city streets of New Haven, defeating the villainous creatures that were trying to gather up the poor, innocent citizens of New Haven. Where did I put the frickin' people of New Haven? I put them in a pile right here. Here we go. Look at how small they are. Isn't that cute? Maybe I should make them normal size. Oop. Hello. Thanks for saving us. Ooh, that's very cool. I appreciate you getting me out of prison. Look, I found a sickle in the streets. That's not what they say. You release the people from the from the locked up cart. One of them seems to be a female elf wizard. She walks over to you, Mr. Thazit, and she's like, "I do appreciate the save, my friend. It appears the town of New Haven is lost, and me and these people that you have rescued are going to have to find some kind of escape." All throughout the city, she just starts. She's just talking to you like she's your best friend ever. But you recognize her as the woman who you had met previously. She's like the she's a scholar at Mantor's library. You recognize her as Aya Glenmar. She asked you to go after some books that had been stolen, and so yeah, she approaches you, Thazit, and she starts telling you certain things about what's going on. She's like, you can tell she's clearly nervous as well.
Yeah, I'm only getting half this audio, guys. I'm gonna jump off and jump back in.
All right. Well, she approaches you, Granrick. How's your audio? You look like you're at 99.
Sound just fine. Seem just fine.
Okay, well, we're going to do that while we wait for him to come back. So Thazit nods off. His narcolepsy kicks in, and he falls asleep in front of Aya, and she's just like, "Phew, my word." And then so Aya turns to you, and this older female elf wizard walks up, and she's like, "I don't know what happened to him. Perhaps he is under some kind of narcoleptic spell. But listen, my friend, I believe all is lost. Do you know who that was? That was Vorgan Sherax, a true dragon, and not a young one at that. Our lives are forfeit if we remain here any longer. You've got to get everybody out of here." Turtle Man, I'm talking to you.
Oh, sorry. No, I have no idea who that was.
I'm going to say this older lady is Aya.
So what do you mean we have to get out of here? Click,
Well,
click.
certainly we can't stay here. The town is under siege by that of a true green dragon. Did you not see it fly overhead? It has torn asunder the castle Vallejo, and everybody is dead. The town is lost. We must escape.
Have you seen this dragon before?
What do you mean before? No, I've only read rumors of it. She thinks that she says she's like in some of the readings that I have done, in my spare time when I'm at the library, I believe that this dragon is named Vorgan Shirax, or what people call him the Maimed Virulence. He's particularly large for his age. He's got to be at least 8 centuries old. You can recognize him from his damaged wing. He had a nasty battle when he was in his youth. He's a bit of a clumsy flyer, but yes, he's the scion of Clodgy Meantor, an ancient green dragon that resides in the Crypt Garden Forest. So yes, I'm quite positive that was him with his weak wing, his clumsy flying. But I suggest that we get out of here as soon as possible. Otherwise, we will just be food. They're gathering us up in the streets to take to him for sacrifices. You must get us out of here.
How do you expect us alone to get all of you out of here?
You're the hero, dummy. You figure it out. I got to turn you up a little bit. Daniel, give me... Oh, no, you are maxed out. You're quiet for some reason.
Oh, I can fix that. I'm just a mere turtle. I don't know how you expect me to save the day.
Well, perhaps one of your friends could save us. And she walks over and she goes to talk to Mercy. She's like, you look like a person that could be of some assistance. Obviously, clearly, she doesn't know who you are, but she's like, my dear, you hang out with this ragtag band of merry men. Certainly, you must have some ideas. Perhaps you could ask your god for guidance or assistance to, escort us out of this city.
Yes, the grace of Yura will save us all.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I feel like she would. That is the thing. Have you prayed upon this?
All the time, sister. Let me tell you.
Oh,
Always praying.
That's lovely. Is there something that I could do maybe
I'm praying right now.
Is there something I could do to assist you? Perhaps, a donation of some kind? And
Yes, donations of wine or other herbs would be nice.
Well, I'm sure Fatmar would not mind if. And she wanders off. She scoots off into the behind the bar over here and grabs herself. She just helps herself to a bottle of wine and she brings it back and hands it to you. And she's like, "Oh, I hope this will do." But she leaves a few coins, in the coffers, kind of a thing.
Do you know how that we could stop this dragon?
Oh, I need to think
Maybe
on this.
It's better to just stop the dragon rather than, evacuate the whole town.
Right, yeah. Certainly you're not thinking about confronting him face on. It will be an absolute slaughter. This is not one of these young wormlings that you find careening through the swamps willy-nilly. This is a true dragon.
Of course not. Do I look like I fight dragons? I think maybe there's a way to convince it to leave.
I think you look like the only thing that you fight is hangovers.
I've never had a hangover.
Is that because
yes,
I'm constantly I'm constantly high.
Oh my! It seems that my misgivings, my thoughts were misguided. Thank you. And she slowly backs away from you. She approaches Baron Cordoga and she's like, "Hey, you sir, you're new to these parts. Have you got a name?"
I am the Baron.
Hello, Baron.
I'm over Thazit going, yes, the change sometimes affects us differently. It makes us slow for a little bit, but soon you will come back into your own. Are you backward?
Yeah, it kind of looks like it might be. See
All
if it's any more stable.
That Canadian internet, man. That's what it is.
Yep. As
Uh,
Matt Stark puts it, it's a free internet.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't really complain, right? It's free.
That's right.
Free Canadian internet. What are you complaining about?
Get what you pay for.
So Aya approaches you, and in tow, she has this little halfling family that come along with her. I'm not going to put them in here, but they sort of scurry up and they listen to what Aya is saying to you. And she's like, "Do you have any ideas? Perhaps maybe you could get us out of town, or convince your fellow members here. You're a valiant fighter. I saw what you did in the streets, and I do appreciate the rescue, Mr. Baron. But maybe you could get us out of here."
Is the graveyard out of town, or is it just part of town?
Is the which?
The graveyard.
The graveyard is like far across the other side of town. You can see it on the map, actually. I believe.
Oh, I forgot that was there. My bad.
Yeah. So from where you're at, Charles, we are over here, and the graveyard is over here. Literally, like exactly halfway across town. Now you're probably asking yourself, why don't we just go this way and run away? And the answer is plot. Story.
Choo choo.
And the docks have been destroyed, right?
Well, last I heard, there were still ships coming in. It is rather mysterious how these these people, these I don't know what to call them, these vile fiends that have come into town. I'm rather shocked at how they even managed to come in such force without being noticed. And then she stops for a second. She's like, wait a second. Not noticed? That's it. I think I've answered my own question. She's like, there's a man that came to town. Probably, I want to say 6 months to a year ago. Started a business. It's more like a brothel kind of a thing than anything, but recently he's got it off the ground and it is up and running, but his name is Claw, and perhaps he could help shuffle us out of town. I think
Claw?
Yes, Claw. He's and she kind of looks around at everybody and sort of whispers in your ear. She gets up close and whispers in your ear, and she's like, I think he's a welcomer.
Welcomer.
Yes, his name is Claw, and he runs the Krusty Krab. Maybe we could get to the Krusty Krab, and Claw would have an answer as to how to get us out. Certainly being one of the, and she leans in real close and whispers again, welcomers. He might know a secure route to get in and out of town. With that, Aya walks up. Where is she? Sorry, Alid. Alid Beryl walks up, and she's like, so, I don't know exactly what it is that we're going to do, but yes, it seems we've got ourselves in a bit of a pickle.
What is Alid's title?
She is just a knight, so she's like a knight captain, if you want me to write that in there. Knight captain. Alid Beryl. She's kind of the head of like her little regiment of red plumes.
I will say, Alid, what is the fastest way to the Krusty Krab? I believe it's a restaurant.
Yes, well, she kind of looks at you funny. Restaurant, that word, I assume you're using that word loosely. I think Alid
Like a
should
welcomer?
sound...
A welcomer restaurant?
Hey, what?
I don't know what that is.
Shh.
What does that mean?
Shh. We do not speak those words out loud. The
Crab?
welcomers are a secret
just said it.
society. No, Krusty Krab. What? Hello? Hello, Jesus?
Does it have a big yellow C over the top of it, does it?
Alid turns her head sideways, looks across the bar at Clunge, and she's like, she just leans back and starts talking to the Baron again because she knows that he's probably more sensible. What is this you speak of, the Krusty Krab and Claw? Hello?
It's down by the docks. This lady said perhaps we can exit the town via shady holes that are there.
By shady holes, do you mean the sewers?
I'm not sure.
All right. So
I don't know what I'm allowed to say, and I have to whisper nowadays.
Aya just leans in and she's like, we always whisper welcomers.
Got it.
Yes, they are the unspoken. They are a helpful group of people that procure information. They have a sort of a trade network that comes in and out of the city. Alid here is very sensitive to them, and she kind of looks at you and she's like, "The Krusty Krab, what? You think that?" She kind of looks around for a second, and then she kind of disappears, goes back to her men, pondering this information. Ayas looks at you and she's like, "Yes, perhaps if you made your way to the Krusty Claw, and or the Krusty, I think it's the Crab Shack. I can't really remember. It's a place of ill repute. Trust me. I've heard such rumors recently. I will stay here with Alid, and we will keep the people that you rescued from the city streets safe for as long as we can. I have some magics at my abilities. I could make it look as though this restaurant has, been looted and whatnot through a few illusionary magics. Perhaps if you made your... Hello, what?
Do you have the magic to make Fat Marv alive again?
Unfortunately, no. That is probably something along the lines of the Kellenberites. Oh, I do hope they are all right. Yes, the poor Kellenberites. That brother Cleef. I do hope he's all right. Casette. I sure hope she's all right. I just realized when she started talking about them that they were here in the bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just deleted them. Yes. Oh, yes. The Kellenberites. They could, I'm sure, at some point bring back poor Fat Ma. But we have more pressing things. We must escape the city, the lot of us, or we'll be fed to the dragon. I am sure of it. So a lead comes over once again, and she's like, I've been talking it over with my crew, and she points to a couple of the red plumes that are there, and she's like, it appears that the this crab shack is a place of ill repute that they have frequented many times. And yes, it appears that it is run by a man who calls himself Claw. We have never been able to prove such a thing, but I do believe that Claw is a member of the Welcomers, and that he would probably have some knowledge of secret sewer routes to get us out of the city. I'll stay here and defend the Ruby Arrow with Aya. Now that the city is lost, and she kind of hangs her head for a little bit, and she's like, oh, she just remembers this man Ector Brahms. She's like, the High Lord. The Lord Regent. I do hope he is all right. At which Aya looks over. 1 second. I gotta get the phlegm out, and I don't want you guys to listen to me hacking in your ear a little bit. She's like, oh, if only the High Lord were here, he would know what to do. And Aya looks at Knight Alid, and she's like, there is a good chance that the Lord Reagent was alive. We were having a meeting outside Mentor's library. He was quite upset that one of the people in the meeting had forgotten some scrolls, and I had run off to get them from the library. And when I returned, he was rather upset because he had missed the meeting. Perhaps there's a good chance that he wasn't in the actual Vallejo Castle. And with that, Knight Alid, she kind of lightens up a little bit, and she's like, well, if there's any chance that he's alive, surely we must rescue him. I put it to you, Baron Cordoga, a man of your skills and talents. Perhaps you could, convince this ragtag crew of men that you have. You seem to have had good luck the last, many times we've required your help. Maybe you could rescue the Lord Reagent. What say you? This is most important. In fact, so much so, it's more important than trying to escape the city. Hello, Baron? Are you there?
Oh, it's not to make a choice? That's what's going on?
No, I'm sorry. I just got excited. I tell you what. This is what we shall do. You stay on this train and go to Claw's Krusty Krab Shack. See if you can find us a way out of the city. I will send some of my red plumes to see if we can garner some information on the securities of the Lord Regent. Meanwhile, I will remain here and guard these fine people with the help of Aya. And she's like, yes, that sounds like a great idea. And she starts beginning to cast a few wards and enchantments. So what say you? Choo choo, as they say.
All aboard!
Well, since you asked me so nicely,
Oh,
I'll go ahead and go.
Very well.
I'll finger the medallion she gave me last time, but I should expect more payment than a medallion next time.
Who gave you a medallion?
She did.
Who, Aya did?
A lead.
Oh, a lead did. Oh, okay. What did she give you a medallion for? Do you remember?
Because I wooed her successfully.
Oh. Why did you bring that up? A lead comes over. She looks you straight in the eyes. She's like, oh, Baron, you are such a man of valor and vigor, and she like leans in and she starts making out with you. This is for good luck. And then she's got like a bit of a mustache too, so it kind of tickles a little bit. But yeah. Why are you laughing at that, Vay? Normally you're so quiet, and all of a sudden, mustache lady gets a giggle out of you. Yeah, so yeah, she plants a hot, sexy, steamy kiss on you, and she's like, "Oh, do be a hero, Baron." And she pats you on the chest, and then she goes back and starts barking orders at her man.
All right, let's go be heroes.
Very cool. Thazit, how you making out? Your internet back up and running?
It's all good. Seems
All
to
right.
have settled down.
Cool. So, have you guys got
He's
a
just
plan?
gonna follow Baron Cordoga anyways, so
Oh, really? Well, he seems to be,
Yeah.
taking charge, running the show. I'm gonna have everybody grab their minis out of the out of New Haven here, out of the Ruby Arrow. Everybody grab your minis and put them on your character sheets. That way you'll have them. Then I will pack up this map as we leave the Ruby Arrow and make our way over to the Krusty Krab Shack. I don't even remember what it's called. Is my link here? Krusty Krab Shack. Let's see how many errors I get building this map. Ooh, oh, 3 left. 2, 1. Bada bing. Flawless. Finished building. You wind your way through the city streets, Clunge, trying to avoid the patrols of the dragon cultists. Scooching down to where we need to be here. There is a short walk before you come across the Krusty Krab off into the distance. This is a relatively new building. It's been, even though it doesn't look, it has this sort of weird Western motif kind of a deal. Everybody can put their characters somewhere along here. Men and women in robes are loading wagons full of books, struggling under the weight of their labors. Meanwhile, filthy-faced youths and shady-looking individuals with scraps of paper in hand rush out of the Krusty Krab, looking decidedly out of place in this neighborhood. So as you approach this building, you see like small children either running to the building or, disheveled sort of hobo-looking bums and whatnot are coming and going. Sometimes when they come in, they have like pieces of paper in their hands and they show up and they go inside for a few minutes, but there's this great big brute at the door. And as you're walking down the square through like the chaos of the town, people are yelling and screaming as they're making their way around, trying to escape. You can we'll start with Granrick. Granrick, roll me a wisdom perception check. In fact, all of you we'll just do this all at once. Everybody make a wisdom perception check.
That's hilarious.
Why did yours roll a 1 and a 20?
I don't know.
He's special.
Wow.
Ah,
At 16.
Okay, fantastic. So you're making your way towards the Krusty Krab Shack, Granrick, when suddenly this homeless looking person, they don't look homeless. They look like they used to have a home, but they don't anymore. They're kind of covered in dirt, crusty road films and stuff like that. And they see you guys walking as a group. You look armored and clean, and you've got your weapons and stuff. Maybe you got a bit of blood on you from your last battle, kind of a deal. But he runs up and he kind of grabs you by your turtle shell. He's like, "You, give me that shell," and he tries to drag it off your back. "Maybe I could hide inside of there. The whole town is under siege. There's a dragon in the castle. He's killed everyone. Everybody has died to poisonous smoke." And he tries grabbing the shell off of your back, and then he quickly realizes that it's futile and sort of just runs off into the distance.
Crazy drunkard.
Well, he's panicking, I guess, would be, that look in his eyes, that disheveled look of holy shit, what's going on? Man, I'm getting warm all of a sudden. I gotta take my jacket off.
Oh no, here we go. He's getting undressed. He
Getting
just had to
undressed.
go there, didn't he?
Well, it's a good thing we don't have a camera, really. You know what I mean? You could see me.
Is there any letter thong now, are you?
Yep. I like what do they call those thongless thongs? Strapless. I take it off at the back. Yeah, so through some of the alleyways, Mercy, as you're making your way down here, you can see there's these sort of purple-robed humans throughout the town. They're just kind of walking around with no fear, and you actually notice that some of them are with the Red Plumes. You know what I mean? They're like having like a little bit of a conversation, and it looks as though these purple-robed humans, which you hear rumors that they're the dragon cult that you've been dealing with, has come to town with this dragon. You do see that down one of these little alleyways on the far side, of this alley, you see this purple-robed human, almost as if he's giving orders or directing some of the Red Plume. It's not the other way around. He's pointing, and the Red Plumes are nodding as you walk past this alleyway, and he's they're at the far end, and the Red Plume sort of runs off, and the man in the purple-robed cloak, there's a group of them. They sort of disappear. Anybody else succeed?
No.
What's the room?
14.
Oh yeah, no.
You don't have even +1 to your wisdom, Thazit? Loser.
-1 to my wisdom. Remember, he's died a number of times. Keeps losing stats.
Clunge is just singing to himself as he's wandering down the road.
Yeah.
I've got me a card as big as a whale, and we're heading off down to the Crab Shack, baby.
Oh man, anybody that heard that would run away. I'm pretty sure they would be out of here. I am scrolling down to. I see the Love Shack. Okay. So this gigantic man, this dude of immense size and musculature, approaches your group. He looks at the lot of you and he's like, what do you want? We're closed. Go away. And he stands in front of the stairs that lead up to the saloon with his giant, hefty battle axe. And he just sort of looks at the lot of you. And then he looks at you, Thazit, and he gives you a nod.
Oh, is this our friend Axel Schneefly?
This wouldn't be Axel.
Nope.
His name is.
Name looking dude.
His name is Little Gary, but his name really
Little Gary?
is. Yeah, you recognize this man from the Ruby Arrow. Now, do you remember way back when Claw convinced a bunch of people to come over to the Krusty Claw from the Ruby Arrow?
Yes. Yeah, that was a while ago.
Right. So he's the doorman that used to be. He used to be the doorman at the Ruby Arrow. So he gives you a nod, although he's still not letting anybody pass. State your business. In fact, never mind. Fuck off. And he just kind of stands there blocking the doorway.
Well, that's a little rude. Listen,
Come on, we want some crab.
Yeah, listen, little Gary, it's been a while. But we go way back, and I need to see Claw. It's been a while, but he actually invited us out here, and I'm sure he's not going to be some happy with you, knowing that you are turning away his friends.
With that, he does hesitate because he does know that you know Claw. So give me a persuasion roll and see if you can't sort of persuade him to step aside.
Oh, good. Let's see how this turns out. This gong show. Oh, fuck yeah.
Wow.
There's the thing.
Blockjaw, he kind of looks down at you. He's like, right. So he just sort of takes a step back and moves out of the way, leaving you to enter.
And you know what? Thazit is going to just toss him a coin.
He appreciates that. He bites it with this. When he smiles, he's got like one side tooth. So yeah, he takes a big bite out of it. He may take
Yeah,
physically
only
good care of
because
himself.
I know if Claw's not too pleased with us, he's going to take it out on little Gary. So he's got some trouble.
So you walk inside of the Krusty Krab Shack. What the fuck is the name? I should have renamed this stupid place. Krusty Krab. Is that what it's called? Or is it just called the Krab
I
Shack?
think it was something along that. Like it was like Claw's Krusty Krabs.
It's called
Something along those lines.
I wrote it down in the whatchamacallit. It is actually the Krusty Krab Shack. Claw's Krusty Krab Shack. So you enter the Krusty Krab Shack. This looks more like less of a tavern and more like a war room. Several tables have been pushed together, and a map of the town is spread over them. Documents are stacked in piles around its edges, and they're held down by the occasional mug. Seeing you enter, Claw is standing at the back looking over this map, and he looks at the lot of you, and he's like, "Hail, friend! It's been some time since I've seen you." And Claw comes up, and he's going to give you kind of like, as much as Weird Claw has any kind of emotion.
Yeah.
Right?
Claw, it's been some time. I see you got your business up and running, and it's looking pretty busy in here. You keeping well these days, it appears.
Yeah, I think I got to make everybody size 3 to be in this bar. Yes, friend. Things have been quite well, as you can see. And he points around. He's like, "Welcome to my fine establishment. Unfortunately, you couldn't come under better terms. I should have sent out a note of some sort, or an invitation to the grand opening. 2.5 for you, because you're you're a big dude. Clenge, I keep forgetting that you're like hill folk, man. So you're actually quite a bit bigger than everybody else, not smaller than." And the good old Baron. Where the Baron? There. Oh, you guys
I'm
just start dancing.
growing. I'm growing.
I thought you and the Baron started dancing. So yeah, Claw's like, "Yeah, unfortunately, I wish it could have been under better circumstances, my friend, but I am glad to see that that you're not dead as usual." And he gives you a pat in the back.
Yeah. 3 times a charm, they say.
Very well. So, what brings you here?
Well, we apparently we need to, let's see here. How do I put this? I guess escort, if you will, some of the locals out of town with the trouble that's hitting the town. We need to get everybody out. And rumor has it, of a, I don't know, a network, maybe an underground railroad, as it were, as to maybe we can get the people out of town, a secret passage. So we come to enlist your knowledge of these passages to get these folks out of this town for safety. Which we honestly, suggest perhaps your folks, get out as well.
So Claw kind of looks at you. He's like, "Is this your new ragtag band of mercenaries?" And he looks at a lot of these.
Yes. Brudnir, Brudnir, I don't know if he's been here lately, but he's retired. His lumber business is taken off, and let's see here. Darren just, I guess, took off.
Nobody liked him anyway.
No, but I like that guy.
I'm sure some band of kobolds is ravaging over his dead corpse at the Pete, you saw that?
In a ditch somewhere.
Yep.
In a ditch somewhere.
Claw's like, "We are among friends here, so we can speak freely. Since building this crab shack, I was approached by a group of I guess you would call them do-wellers. It appears there is some kind of secret society that we were unaware of in the town of New Haven here, a group that calls themselves the Welcomers. In the midst of putting this building together, it just so happens that I was, had the, I guess, good fortune, you could say, to build the crab shack over top of a sewer network. And when they approached me, they asked me if I would be interested, for a fee, of course, providing access to said sewer system." He kind of looks at you a little bit, and he's like, he looks at everybody, in fact, and he's like, come, and he sort of pops you back over here, and he points at this map and stuff like that. He's like, since the town has been attacked by this very large dragon, rumor has it that every noble, guildmaster, and member of the ruling class, silver linings, poor sods, but at least now the people have less heels under them that we can force. If we can force this dragon out. He's pointing at the map, and he sort of points at different locations and stuff like that. He goes, I don't quite know what's happening, but it appears that the Knights of the Blackfist, the Red Plume, seem to have the God mad. They're killing each other in the streets. Have you seen any of this?
We haven't seen the Red Plumes killing each other in the streets, but they seem to be awfully friendly with these purple robe fellows, these dragon cultists. You remember we fought these fellows side by side off the island there. That's way back in the day in your younger adventuring days.
Why, yes, of course. It's quite unusual that what is happening here. It appears that hobgoblins and kobolds are running amok in the streets, a thing that I had not thought I would see in my time.
Yeah, so we need to drive all this out. It seems to be all we've done this past many moons is driving out these cultists, or something to do with these damned cultists.
Yes, well, there is, and as he points at this map, he shows you that there's different gates and stuff like that. Like this town sort of is fortified by walls, and it can get locked down and whatnot. And he points to a couple of them, and he says that it appears that all the gates have been taken, so there is no way out through these. Remember what I said about plot? You can't get out because of the plot. So
Yep.
there's gates to come in and out of town, and he tells you that. There's no way out through these. The docks appear similarly locked down at last report. It might be possible to get out via the sewers, but I have heard stories that the invaders came from both through the sewers and via ships that are docked at the port. I don't know how many made it without, how so many made it without raising the alarm, but they must be or connected to the dragon somehow. We still haven't quite pieced that together. And with that, as you're talking to him, there's small children, different people keep coming up and keep handing Claw notes, and he sort of looks at them, and they sort of take off, running off into the distance kind of a thing. And Claw looks at you. He's like, these are the runners passing information back and forth. And he kind of holds up papers here and there. And he's reading them as he's talking to you. He's like, it might be possible to get out via the sewers, but that would take a skilled smuggler that knows his way around. And then he kind of smiles at you and, giving you the idea, Thazit, that he is that skilled smuggler.
Oh, that Thazit's the skilled smuggler? No, he's not very much.
No, that Claw is. He is that skilled smuggler.
Claw. Claw.
Yes.
Claw. Did you want to maybe take a break and kind of help us out with this and maybe direct us in the sewers? Maybe one might say relive the old days and help escort these folks out?
That would be rather, one last hurrah would be right up my alley, old friend. But
one last hurrah. We will all come back and celebrate at your style.
Well, you are quite notorious for dropping faster than any points over here. He's like, you're known for going down faster than our newest guest, Fancy Fanny, and he points over here at her.
Yes. Yes, we know the lady Fanny, is it? Fanny. We know her well.
She blushes a little bit and kind of holds a fan up over her face. She's like, I see that even the riffraff comes down here. Then she spits on the ground a little bit and makes her way up to the top of the stairs. We're here somewhere.
Clunge, I think we found your your resting, your downtime activity when we all come back from this.
Well, yes, I quite fancy some Fanny, actually.
Well, you hear her yell from across the bar, I would never. And then from up on the top, she spits down again, like once again, being up above you, spitting down on the ground. I am a woman of
Although
high
we're pretty sure
repute.
she doesn't
Oh.
have a choice.
In that case, Clunge is going to go over and sort of like pick up a bit of the spit on the end of his finger and, oh yeah, that's nice.
Why is Clunge laying
that's
down on the
stuff.
table? Clunge is drunk. So, Claw looks at the lot of you. He's like, yes, perhaps I do know a skilled smuggler that knows his way around, and he gives you this sort of weird wry smile like he's, whoa, what was that? All right, never mind. But,
Sorry.
unfortunately, I have other responsibilities as part of the welcomers. I must remain here for now and try and garner as much information as I can before escaping the city. So, perhaps if you come back under the cover of darkness with your group that you have. Now, where are these people and who are they? Do you know anybody of importance that is there?
Well, you remember the Ruby Arrow as well. We frequent them quite frequently. It would be the townsfolk right around in that end of New Haven.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so and how many people do you have there?
Oh shit! How many people would we have there? Out of character. How many people are we trying to get out of here? I mean, we're trying to get the whole town out, but we really can't.
No, you're looking at maybe 30 people, I guess. There's
Ah.
probably 10 captives and maybe 10 people that were in the bar.
Right. All right. So, Claw, we're looking close to 36 folk.
All right. Well, the sewers might be our best way to get them out, but rumors have it, and he holds up this piece of paper in his hand and shakes it a little bit, and he's like, rumors do have it that they have been taken over. So we will have to see. But, if we do go in force en masse, so to speak, we might have some kind of a chance. Well then, I tell you what, friends, why don't, and as he's talking to you, a young boy walks in, comes flying into the bar and hands him this piece of paper. And he's talking to you. He's like, perhaps before we do this, we could garner some information. And he takes this piece of paper from this kid. He's like, well, it looks like fate is upon us, my friends. Give me 1 second, because I don't know what I did with it. But, it might be in my saved objects. Fog of War, Tales. So I might have deleted it. It might be in there. I don't know. I got to probably pull it out of my Imgur thing here. Half a second. Kingspire. Shackle Jail. Wonder where would I have put it? That is the question. Oh, never mind. He has this piece of paper in his hand. It is a player handout, but and I did edit it, but I'm not going to. Oh, I know what I could do. Maybe if I go to. Trying to figure out where I saw it, because I just did some cleaning up because I was having issues with my deal.
I hate when I have issues with my deal.
It's just things running so goofy. Oh yes, there it is, right there. Where is that? That is what I want to know. Oh, there we go. Right click, copy image address. All right, cool. I just remembered how I could find it. Objects, components. Hopefully this is the right piece. Voila. I'm just going to set this down here.
Neat.
Hopefully that's readable. But yes, this small boy comes in and hands him this piece. I wonder what I did with that stupid thing. I just can't remember. As he looks over it, he's like, it appears that there is something that you can do for me. He looks at this piece of paper and hands it over to you. Dornell Whitebeard is kind of sort of the dock master. And I could probably just grab this and go plus, so that it makes it a little bit easier for you guys to read it. And then I'll just lock it here. This note, he looks at it and he hands it. He goes, it seems that you could do something right here. Perhaps this is our way out, friends. This note here, signed by Dornell Whitebeard, the shipmaster, the dockmaster of New Haven. It appears that his ship has grappled hook and chain to the docks, looking for some liberation. Once you free him, you're welcome to escape with him, along with any you wish to bring. We have sufficient room for half the population of Flan if the need arises. So, he hands you this piece of paper. You guys all take a peek at it, and you're like, maybe this is the way out. At which point, let me move this off to the side over here somewhere. There. Claw looks at you, Thazit. Seems how you're the only one. Sorry, I'm not going around the table, but really, for the sake of the story, Claw really only knows Thazit. He doesn't really know the rest of you. He looks at you and he's like, "Well, you're out heading to the docks, if that is a thing that you're going to do. If you can find some information on the Black Fists and figure out maybe they're under some kind of spell. What is it that's making the Black Fist attack, or the Red Plumes, I should say, I fucked that up, attack one another?" Did I lose my place?
Something we could certainly.
Look, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
It's
I
about
need
time.
to tell you something.
Yeah.
Yes.
You may not be able to trust the guards here either, because I noticed that they look like they're taking information or orders from those guys in the purple robes.
Taking direct orders from them. Interesting.
So you're saying that there is a good chance that the dragon cult has somehow infiltrated the town? Even though they are taking orders and do appear to be taking orders, I wonder if it is a possibility that they are under some kind of spell. Maybe some kind of arcane magics at work or something like that. Surely the valiant Red Plume of New Haven, Eleed's knights, or Eleed's men could not be shaken so easily, but, stranger things have happened. After all, there is a dragon in the castle. Very interesting. Well, I tell you what, why don't you go investigate the docks, see what you can find down there, and worst case scenario, we shall smuggle our way out of town under the cover of night through the sewer systems.
Clear up the docks. We'll get it done.
Really.
Bring me these.
Best of luck to you, Thazit. Try not to die. And then Claw's like, "I'll hold down the fort." And Fancy Fanny, she's like, "Don't come back. Do not come back. Fare thee well. Best of luck. Goodbye. Good riddance, I should say." She laughs and then spits on the floor again. All right, so we're sort of ripping through this, which is actually kind of nice. I'm surprised we're actually kind of going so fast. Everybody grab their character off of this this deal, and we'll make our way through the city streets and down to the docks. I don't think I think I'm going to. Everybody got their character?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, I'm packing the map. Now, before I load this next map, we're going to do the same thing again. We're just going to start with Granrick. Granrick, make me a wisdom perception check as you're walking through these bustling streets, people yelling and screaming in terror. And did you win?
No, that's what, wisdom. Yeah, wisdom.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
It's a negative, sorry.
All right, so you're just kind of, keeping your eye out, scouting, looking around, seeing the people run around in haste and confusion. Mercy? I'm sure that's a win for you, right?
Yeah, I beat the room. Yeah.
You hear a woman as she talking to another woman, and she's trying to redirect her. She's like, you don't want to go that way. I was near Kutos Well, and there was a bunch of new statues there. Weird things that sort of looked incredibly lifelike, like folk running from the sewer entrance there. This is a thing that you overhear. Weird kind of new stone-like statues or stone statues that are appearing, and they look like people are running from the sewer entrance there. Cordoga, same thing, buddy. Actually, you can all give me rolls, and then whoever succeeds, I'll just tell you what you hear. Oh, sweet. You hear or see a Kelemvarite. You can tell by his robes, and he's talking to somebody else, kind of shaking him madly, and he's like, I heard that the graveyard was destroyed. The dragon breathed a great big cloud of death over the clerics there. Nothing could have survived that. Surely nothing could have survived that. And he sort of shakes the man, and then he runs away from the graveyard as he sort of takes off. Anybody else succeed? Nope. Glunch is just off in La La Land.
Nope.
All right, so yeah, you guys are just sort of, watching people run from these purple robed figures. You see the odd groups of red plumes. Ooh, what's Charles doing? Just rolling dice to roll dice. All right, cool. So you make your way through the city streets down towards the docks. See if you can't help out Dornell Whitebeard. I don't know if you've seen this map before, but Fantastic. Got a couple errors, so I'm going to clear the map and build it again. Second time's a charm. All right, my dudes. I would like you to place yourself at this end of the map. Everybody here? Where's Granrick?
Oh, there I am.
No, can't seem to grab. There we go. So I got the wrong one. So confused. Giant Cordova. Wicked.
Yep, I'm working on it. He's somehow got himself to be 4.4. All right, is everybody up here? We got all 5 of you? All right. So you guys are walking down the road. You split through in a little alleyway, and as you're walking through the alleyway, you come out in this little area right here. Off to your immediate right, you see a group of red plumes, sort of standing over another group of red plumes. And this guy in the back, he's sort of in the middle of them, kind of a thing. He's not so much in the back, but I didn't put him there because that's what happens. He is driving his sword into the chest of these red plumes that are sort of toast on the ground, just as you walk around the corner, Granrick. You're the sort of the first to notice it because you're just, again, the plot, right? This is how the story goes. So yeah, as you come out from around behind this building, Granrick, this is the first thing that you notice. You just like sort of pop out and you see these red plumes stabbing other defeated, laying on the ground, dead red plumes. He's, poking and stabbing them and whatnot, and this guy kind of look over at you like, hey, you there? Come here. And both of them point at you, Granrick.
Well, I immediately grab an arrow, have a firm grip on my bow, and I'm asked, what the hell's going on here?
As you grab your bow and arrow, these guys look at each other. They're like, hey, put your weapon down. And then as soon as they say that, the rest of these guys, they're all like, hut, 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 hut. And they sort of slowly start advancing towards you.
I didn't
slowly.
Draw my bow.
Oh, I thought you had an arrow ready to go.
No, I grabbed an arrow, but I didn't draw my bow.
Yeah,
okay.
Knocked it.
All right, so yeah, you're making some move that in some fashion is aggressive to them in some way. At which point they're like, halt, and he points his sword at you. He's like, don't even think about it, Turtle Man. You're a Tauton, aren't you? Mm-hmm. He looks at the other one, this guy over here, and he's like, never trust a Tauren. That's the thing, right? The other one's like, yes, you know it to be true. So they're kind of looking at you for half a second, and they're not quite sure what to make of it. And this red plume guy walks over. He's like, even though he's a green, he's a turtle. He's not a green dragon. He's not one of them. This whole group is not part of them. And so he looks at you. He's like, state your business.
So just passing through?
Nobody's passing through. The town is under lockdown. Have you not heard the rumors?
We're trying to get to our place to lock down.
Which place is that? Where is your residence?
And I just start pointing in random directions and start slurring and mumbling my words. Like these snapping turtle clicks and clacks.
All right.
And my head is just like snapping out like, a dragon snapping turtle,
Okay, make me a persuasion roll to see if these guys believe a thing that you're doing.
And that is a big negative.
They most certainly do not. Wicked.
Yeah, this officer kind of he turns and he looks at the other guy, and then he looks back at you. He's like, enough of this foolishness. This officer then looks over at you, Mercy. Maybe he thinks that you're the more sane one of the bunch, but he starts talking to you. He's like, you there, merciful daughter of Ira. I have been to your place of prayer many times. That is across the town, quite a ways back. What is it you're doing here with this group of people?
I just changed the direction of the questioning. I step in front and say, well, who are those men over there? Who do you serve?
All right, so you step in front of Granrick. You're like, who do you serve? Listen, we ask the questions around here. Those were traitors to New Haven.
Do you serve the dragon cult?
No.
Did those over there serve the dragon cult?
Well, yes, that's why we killed them.
Oh,
actually,
very good then. You're doing the work for New Haven.
Yeah, make me a notice perception check. It's too bad there isn't a way that I could whisper somebody. 17.
Well, you can. You have Discord.
Well, you have to do it through Discord.
This is true. How do I go about messaging? It ain't that important because, in fact, everybody can see it. But suddenly it's a thing that sort of stands out to you. All of these guys, these red plumes, have sort of like their armor has been splashed with some kind of green paint. So yeah.
Oh.
That is the thing.
I'm gonna ask him. What's the green markings?
He points down and looks at his chest. He's like, it came off of those guys, and he points at the dead red plumes in the back. Now, listen, we're asking the questions here. What are you doing here? Why aren't you back at your chapel, your house of prayer?
We have information that may be important.
To who?
I step past him and look at the other guard that's on the ground.
Okay. So you're going to get sort of right up in here?
Yeah. I'm going to lean over this other guy and inspect him.
Okay. What are you looking for? What is it you're trying to tell?
Well, I want to see where this green marking came from. I want to see if there's any other distinguishing marks on him. And if I have to, drink my fine juice.
Oh, is that your true sight stuff?
Yeah, I'm going to check it normally first, though.
Seeing as how I'm assuming that you're like a woman of smaller stature, these guys aren't really too worried about it. They know that you're sort of a priestess, so maybe they're not really overly concerned as you sort of walk forward.
Yeah, I'm not very intimidating.
Yeah, I think that that might be a thing. So maybe they let you walk by. They're more concerned with Granrick and gigantic Clunge in the background here. So you walk up and kick this, flip this red plume over, and this guy's like, "Hey, stop doing that!" And he kind of pushes you a little bit. But while you're flipping this guy over, make me a perception check.
$17.
Ooh,
Okay,
that's some stuff.
fantastic. So you managed to push this guy over enough that you notice he doesn't have any green paint on him.
I'm gonna drink my juice.
All right, I flip this guy over. Look at that. Oh, so cool. He moans a little bit, and as you flip him over, you hear this as the sword wound on his chest starts popping. Little bits of blood and air come out of it as his chest sort of collapses on his lungs, and yeah, there's a bit of blood spurtled and stuff like that. He looks at you with these,
Sucking chest wound.
yeah, he's got those dead eyes and that sucking chest wound, which is pretty brutal. So yeah, you notice that there is no green paint on top of him. You're going to quaff your potion, and Cordoga, this guy approaches you. He's got his weapon drawn. He's pointing it directly at you. And he's like, "I haven't seen you around these parts before. State your name."
Baron Cordoga.
Mm.
Who am I addressing?
My name's... I'm surprised you guys haven't named him. It's none of your business. Actually, no, he's going to tell you that his name is Captain Crunch. Okay? They call me Crunch. I'm the captain of this group. And you and your band of walking around the city... where am I going to go with Cordoga? I think, so he looks up to you. He's like, "There's been a lot of looting and rioters. Just making sure that you aren't some of them. Empty your pockets."
Okay.
You have anything in your pockets?
Guess I have a whip, a sword, a food processor, 72-inch TV.
He takes that all. "I'll be confiscating these. Turn around, put your hands on your head."
For what, sir?
"You're under arrest for looting and pillaging." In
For
fact,
imaginary technological goods that don't exist yet? I think not, sir.
yes. You show he's like 72-inch TV. What is that? Some kind of interdimensional pocket you have in your front pants, or are you
Wonder
just happy to
Cadoodle.
see me?
Wonder Cadoodle. I looted from Wonder Cadoodle. I'm guilty.
Right? You got some cool stuff there, man. Yeah. What are you doing walking around? Don't you know the town is under lockdown? This is what Captain Crunch says to you.
No,
You.
no. I spoke to the knight. What's her name? Hot
Alid.
Lips. Alid.
Yes.
Alid Burra, and she told me to go to my home. My manor is far ahead of here. I was only going securing my purchases that you have confiscated to my manor. I'm a baron.
Roll me some persuasion. He doesn't believe a word you're saying currently.
Oh. But I'm a baron. If I say it again, does he believe it more?
Yeah. No. He's like, "Yeah, I'm a baron too."
It's a hot 7.
All right, so yeah, he's demanding that you put your hands behind your back, and he's reaching to his side where he has these, like, I don't know, some kind of device that he's going to use to shackle your hands together. In fact, he's like, "You're under arrest. All of you are under arrest." And they immediately draw their weapons and start coming towards you.
Well, that's uncool.
Seems to be an abuse of power here. Captain Crunch, if that's your real name.
"What are you doing, Cordoga?" "And that is my real name. In fact," he looks at you and jovially says, it's Baron Crunch to you."
Your mother was a Baron Crunch. And I'll embrace him as fire.
Wow. As fire. Is there a thing you got to roll to make that happen?
No, I just assume a form. It's only for D4 though. For this round, I am fire.
Does your character have states? Did we put states on
I don't
you?
know
No,
if you
we
put
didn't.
that as a state.
No.
You got fire over here.
Flamer Cordoga?
Yeah.
Way to prepare.
Hot stuff.
Jeez.
Wow. All right, so you turn into a gigantic ball of fire. Now you light this guy on fire. Is that your plan? Like you just start hugging him and engulf him into Captain Crunch into flames?
Yeah, I hold my hands forward and then just turn to fire and keep going forward and embrace him.
Oh man. All right. So you turn into a gigantic ball of flames, lighting Captain Crunch on fire. The two of you are going to make opposed strength rolls to see if he can get away. But in the meantime, he's going to take some fire damage.
Well, there's my strength roll, a hot one.
Yeah. I guess you don't have much strength in your fire form, but whatever you do, you light him on fire. So roll me some damage as Captain Crunch sort of takes a couple of steps back. He's screaming and kicking. And then
What do you want to roll for that?
would you consider it magic?
12.
No. Why you got to be like that?
Fire. I don't know. Energy.
Sure.
Roll D10. He takes 10 points of damage.
8 points of steaming damage. +2?
Yeah, it starts with the 2.
All right. Captain Crunch jumps into this water trough. Where is Captain Crunch? He's like stuck in the roof. I'll throw him up against the building. I'm on fire! And he goes flying into this water trough that appears right there. He's rolling on the ground, trying to pat himself out when the rest of these guys basically draw their weapons in attack.
Surrendering. What are you doing?
Take it away, Thazit. What are you doing?
Thazit? Well, he sees the aggression from the guards, and he's going to throw up the crystal sanctuary.
All right, cool. Now, do you have... Where's your guy with the zones? Feel so let down.
That's definitely a success.
Okay.
So anybody within that range is going to get a +3 to their defense.
This is what happened last time. Do you remember the game kind of went wonky right near the end, and I screwed up saving it? This is the thing that we lost. So you're set at 1. Yodak's circle is set at 1. So you should be able to combine your states. There you go, Thazit Goatman. Yep. Now, if you right-click yourself and change your state, it should work.
2. There we go. So anybody in there.
Okay, so that's pretty much everybody except for Mercy.
All allies in there.
Now, did your spell go off? You cast to make it go off?
Yes, it did. Yeah, it was like a 19. So, and he can still move. So he'll pick up a little Mercy there. What's going on there, Mercy?
She's trying to get to the bottom of this.
She's kneeling on the ground, flipping red plumes over, listening to their chest gurgles.
Yeah. So that's it. Everybody within that circle, all allies within that circle are going to get a +3 in their defense, and I'll be right back.
Cool. Clunge, take it away.
Okay, so I think Clunge is going to try and grab hold of Pistachio and throw Pistachio into the trough on the left.
Who's Pistachio?
This one here.
This guy here.
Oh, so you've named them now all of a sudden.
Well, can I keep you happy?
Count Chocula. You missed one. All right, so you're going to try and grapple Pistachio and throw him into the drink?
Yep.
Coffee's so good. I will, let's do an opposed strength roll and see what happens.
I got 19.
All right, let's see what I get. Natural 20. 15 plus 2, 17. All right, you guys lock embraces. He's trying to push back. He's got a sword in one hand. He's using his shield a little bit to sort of hold you in place as he's trying to whack you with your shield. But you walk up, and what happens?
I sort of dump him headfirst into the trough next to his captain.
Head first.
Yeah.
Him upside down, lock him in place, and allow you to toss him into the wall. Kadunk. And he goes into the drink head first. Something like that. All right, he's gurgling, splashing around, covered in water. Actually, I think I might apply some negative modifiers to him because he's going to be fighting in wet armor, which is going to be a whole other kind of a deal. So he's stuck in there, flailing around a little bit. That's going to be my turn. Oh, I do like it when it's my turn. Rotation value 2. What do we got going on down here? I'm on fire guy. He stands up after putting the flames out. He looks at Captain Crunch, or looks at Flamer Cordoga. He was just on fire. So I'm going to say that there is a chance that he might lose his nerve and run away. But it's highly unlikely because he is a captain and he just looks at you. He's like, did not enjoy being on fire. And yeah, it ain't worth it. And he just kind of runs down the street over in this general direction. He sort of turns tail and runs. Loses his fighting nerves. This guy, Tangleberry, however, he's going to attack Clunge because he just saw what you did to his buddy.
Clunge.
He's going to take a swipe at you. Nobody treats Pistachio like that. What's your armor class, Clunge? 18?
Well, it was 16, but I'm on 19 with the +3 from Tazit's spell.
Ooh,
yeah,
nice.
It is.
Okay, so he comes up and takes a whack at you, and in doing so, some kind of weird sort of crystalline energy appears where he tries to smash you with his sword, and his blow gets deflected off the side of you. Mercy is going to get stabbed from behind because you're sort of down on the ground. As the fight breaks out, 17, 19 hit your armor class?
19 does, yeah.
You still pick up the +3, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're going to get hit for 5 points of damage as you're kind of bent over, looking at this guy wheeze and gurgle when everything kind of goes south a little bit. And this guy standing behind you, he just figures that's it. You're close. I'm going to whack you and take that. Now, good old Pistachio here, he drags himself out of the water. He's wet. He looks at Flamer Cordoga, realizes that he's covered in some sweet water and that you're probably not really going to do anything to him because he's soaked, so he's going to come and take a swing at you. Now, you're in fire form. I think he's going to try and embrace you and grapple you into the fire, into the water, and put you out. That's, I think, what he's going to do. Nobody does that to Captain Crunch on my watch. He's going to roll some strength against you. 17 versus your strength. He walks up soaking wet. He's got an idea in his hand. Pistachio, he's no dummy. He grabs onto you, Flamer Cordoba, and he tosses you into the fire. Skaboosh. And I'm going to say that you go out. Or do you? Because I'm not actually going to say that. Get in the fire.
I mean, get in the water?
Water?
Sorry.
You got lots of time to figure it out, Charles. By the time Gary gets that guy on board.
I'm just waiting for Charles to say a thing while I try and continually throw you into the drink.
Oh, we're in that. We're at a quandary now.
So does Cordoga go out, or are you going to take water damage? What happens when you're in fire form?
I just go out, I assume. I mean,
Okay,
it's
so
only for a round anyway.
All right, cool. So he splashes you into there, and you turn back into your normal form. You can have Flamer Cordoga back. Dripping wet. And Pistachio laughs at you. Ha ha ha! As he pulls out a small dagger, and he's going to try and swipe at you, maybe on his next turn. This guy, who is... Oh, I got a bit of lag. Booberry, he's going to come after you. This guy, Tangleberry. Tangleberry swiped at... Yes, he missed Clunge. So this will be my last attack. I'm going to steal Charles's natural 20. Oh, fuck, it was almost an 18. 12. Does 12 hit your armor class, Granrick?
No. I'm at 18 right now with that bonus from Gordon.
All right. Captain Crunch looks back over his shoulder and sees that the flaming man is no longer in flames, and he's going to turn around too. He's refound his nerve. So, take it away, Granrick.
All right. Firstly, I think I would like to take a step or two back, maybe 3 or 4 steps back, possible. About there. And I will draw my bow and attack Mr. Booberry there in front of me.
Booberry.
So that's a colossal miss. I would like to use my hero biscuit here and re-roll that.
All right. Hero biscuit for a re-roll.
Yeah, that was totally worth it.
That's pretty good.
Okay, fantastic. Mercy?
All right. So what does my vine juice show me?
Okay,
Look
so
around.
yeah, if you're trying to sort of look for any sort of magical guidance by these guys, you just see a bunch of dudes in regular looking armor with green paint on them attacking your party mates. You don't see anything magical or, that might give you any inclination that these guys are guided by anything other than their own free will.
All right. And these guys lying here on the ground, they don't have the green paint.
No. At least the guy that you turned over didn't.
All right. I feel like I'm being lied to then.
Yeah, by Count Chocula.
Looking around, do I see any of my friends harmed? Injured in any way?
So far, I don't think so. I think everybody's fine. I think you're the only one that's taken any damage. This guy here is...
All right, I'm going to cast invulnerability on myself.
All right.
Especially after taking that hit. All right, that goes. So let me see for how long. 1d8 rounds. Oh,
wow.
8 rounds.
Maximum roundage. Okay.
All right, and I'll just kind of stay here.
All right. Cardoga?
Actually, I'll move closer to my group.
Okay.
Yes.
Cardoga, soaking wet, you drag yourself out of the water trough.
So I gotta have a sword, or he just went up and grabbed me?
He's got a sword. He's got a sword and a shield.
Screw him. I'm gonna take a sword out and stab him then. I thought we were wrestling, throwing each other in the water.
Well, I didn't say that. Yeah, he's got it, but he did wrestle you and throw you in the water. You didn't ask me if he had it out. He just has it.
That is a hot 11, 12. I'll add my die to make it 14. 14's a run over, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Palpable hit for a hot 4.
So Pistachio takes a whopping 4 points of damage?
Yeah. What's he going to do about that?
So how do you just punch him in the face kind of a thing?
I know, like he's got a sword out. I'm bringing a sword to a sword.
Okay. So you swing your sword at him, find a small little chink in his armor kind of a thing?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. That's it. What are you doing?
And I
go ahead.
I offer him to go in the trough again. I'll stand in the trough and wait to fight him.
Excellent. I will put you in the trough.
All right. That's where the hell is that? Oh, he's the state. Ah, you fucking retard. Okay, here we go. There he is. Path, just like that. Okay, so Mercy's not quite in the way, so he's just gonna flat out right at Blueberry or Booberry. There, he's just going to launch an arcane missile at him. So the crystal sanctuary goes down. So we no longer have that 3, because once you cast, you lose it. Right? And let's see here. What does he get? That's a 13 plus intelligence 6. Anything 15 up is critical. So
Wow.
neat. So he'll rolls 10, then he'll rolls crit. Because the crit's just a d12 on top of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. There's 10 for magic. And there's his crit on top. So 14 plus another 4. So 18 damage right through him.
On Boo or Tangleberry?
On Booberry.
Booberry. But he takes a whopping 14 of 20 points of damage. What does that look like?
The the arcane missile, it glows in Thazit's hands, and he just fires it like a large, like a railgun blast, and just hits him and just consumes him, and totally turns him blue. And then once it disappears, he's like all singed and like smoking shit.
Okay. Sweet. Pete, what are you doing? What's Clunge got going on?
Okay, so Clunge is going to, since Tangleberry had a pop at him, Clunge will step to the side, draw his spear, and try and sort of stab Tangleberry with his spear.
Okay.
So, oh, yes, he does. That'll be 8 points of damage on him then.
8 points to poor Tangleberry. All right. 8 of 20. Yeah. Tangleberry takes some serious spear action. Oh, that was actually pretty quick. I can't believe it's my turn already. We are going to shift this over to rotation value 1. Charles, I'm going to start with you. He's grappling you. The two of you are having a sword fight. You're both covered in water. You're both wet. It's like you're in a shower almost with this guy naked having a sword fight. With
right.
Your swords. With your swords. He's trying to stick you with his sword. You're trying to stick him with your sword. He pulls out a bar of soap and lathers up.
Stick him with a sword.
13.
Pork sword.
Pork sword.
He's standing in this algae-covered trough, swinging at you. 1 second, my face is itchy. And as he takes a swing at you, your sweet chitinous armor blocks the blow. He takes a step back because he's not quite sure what he just saw, but he is unaware of the weird technology that you are wearing upon you. And he almost mouths the word Zill for half a second, and you realize that he's at some point he might have heard of these weird, strange chitinous armor. Pete and Mercy and Captain, this guy here, Captain Crunch, he runs back. He's like, you're not on fire anymore. And he's going to come flying down your general direction as well. And he's also going to take a swing at you. Natural 20. All right. Again, blocked by your chitinous armor. So you have two guys whacking the crap out of you in a pond. You're getting tag teamed in the puddle of water. Cordoga, Mercy. Oh, wait a second. I got to go across the map. I feel bad when I roll your guys' dice. Count Chocula is going to step ahead, but Thazit is right in the way. So I'm going to say Thazit is going to take that blow. Booberry is going to try and whack Mercy. So he takes a swipe at you for 5 whopping points of damage. Mercy is going to be attacked for 16. Does that hit your armor class?
We still have Crystal Sanctuary?
No, the sanctuary went down.
Okay, it does hit, but I'm invulnerable.
Yep. So he would have hit you for a whopping 2 points of damage, but your invulnerability kicks in and his sword sort of just plows off of your hardened skin. Your hardened soul, I'm going to say, gets in the way of it. That's Booberry. That's Count Chocula. I feel like I got one more. Tangleberry. Tangleberry's going to attack Clunge. Lame.
Well,
Not
I
happy
mean he's
about
going to
that.
try anyways.
Branrick, take it away. One of these days.
I will draw my bow at Captain Crunch here.
All right. This is going to be an easy attack because he's not even looking at you. And he's fascinated with Cardoga. He's just on fire. He's swinging wildly in this pool.
Okay, well, that's a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Light him up.
That is 6 plus 4. That's 10 points.
Wow, that dealt him a hearty blow.
And because I hit with a 15 or higher, I get to
Yeah, you did.
again. So let's see who's up next. I will take another shot at the same guy.
Okay.
And that's a hit.
Oh.
Wow.
Draw again, but first damage for 10 more points of damage.
Oh.
Okay. Captain Crunch goes down. That second arrow just buckles him. His knees buckle. His legs sort of fall out from underneath him, and Captain Crunch just kind of slumps over. As you shoot him in the back, one of your arrows maybe pierces his lungs or something like that, but he spits blood all over Cardoga. It just comes flying out of his mouth. He slumps forward into Cardoga's frames, and he just kind of drapes down you like he's hit a wall, and he just slowly slides down. Pistachio is looking at him. He's like, "Captain, no!" And Captain Crunch mouths the words. He's like, "Kill them for the mighty Vorgan Sharax." And then he spits blood on you and falls down, dead.
Do I recognize that name?
Yeah, that's the name of the dragon that you keep hearing.
That's the dragon. We've heard it a number of times throughout the course of
It's
the
from last time
campaign.
too. Yep.
Oh,
The
okay.
dragon's name is Vorgan Sharax, I believe. If I can't find it here somewhere.
Yeah, that's what you said earlier.
But yeah, go ahead. Who's after? Do you get to shoot again?
Still me.
Yeah, it's still you.
Absolutely.
Get after it, Daniel.
My next round was going to be the guy in the trough with Mr. Baron Cordoga.
Do it.
So let's go. And that is an 8 plus, and that's a miss. So that's it. It ends there.
Weak.
See.
Useless.
You only downed one guy.
Just throwing cocktail swords at them.
Yeah, which is actually one guy more than me so far. So
there, I put it in chat. Okay, Charles, what are you doing? You're in combat. You're covered in blood. Make me a dexterity check. Oh, sorry, Vay. Sorry,
Whoa.
Vay. Sorry, Vay. Sorry. At least you got the balls to speak up when your turn is skipped.
Wow.
Unlike some people who don't have the balls to say anything and they just let their turn pass them, and then they cry about it later on.
Well, see, now that I've confirmed that these are the bad guys, I'm going to unleash the swarm
oh yeah, the shawarma.
on the two cereal guys.
Yeah.
Swarm.
The swarm it is.
Oh, and that hits too
Yeah, it does.
for 3 rounds.
That's weird that this
Just
swarm
barrel
taker-
right through everybody.
Yeah.
Hitting everybody with a big cookie.
Well, to keep from hitting Thazit, I'm just gonna target the two dudes right in
Oh,
front
Thaz
of
can
me.
take it. Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, you can't.
He'll never die.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Just put it in his mouth.
Well, if that's the case, I'll hit all three
Yeah,
of them
go for it.
because I can always heal Thazit back up.
I mean, it's going to suck for a while for him, but yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, doing that. Yeah, I'll hit all three of the dudes there.
Okay.
Let's see. The first round of damage will be
And the blueberry guy. There we go.
14.
Oh, my goodness.
14 points of damage. That is enough to take down Tangleberry. The swarms get into his armor in various places. And good old Tangleberry, he starts screaming as like some kind of weird crabs and cockroaches come flying out from various little crates and buckets and stuff like that around. And he goes down. Now, Count Chocula, he's still up. Where is he? Let's just get him out. No, man, I should have just left him down. Tangleberry was down. I like it when they get in the way. It's kind of my favorite thing. So I'm going to knock him back down. And it's around the corner here. Count Chocula hasn't taken any damage. You hit him for 14, Vey? Is that what Mercy did?
Yeah.
Okay, so actually two of them go down. Booberry and Tangleberry both go down. Bugs, insects, whatever it is that you've summoned starts pouring out from the city streets. And choose these guys a couple of new holes as they drop to their demise. Tangleberry and Booberry are down. Count Chocula, yeah, that's not cool. Thazit, you took some damage out of that deal too?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I already got it. 14.
Okay. Charles, what's the Baron doing?
Baron is going to demoralize person. I'm going to take Captain Crunch's blood that sprayed off my face and kind of draw a pattern in it and say, you can join us if you want.
Okay. Pistachio doesn't know what you're talking about.
Okay, then I'll stab him. Oh, that's a 16. I think that'll hit. That's for another 7. No, 6.
Okay.
My bad.
So he's 50-50, 10 of 20. 10 of 20 points of damage. Pistachio's in here taking a solid blow from Baron Cordoga as you two sword fight in a bath.
Yeah, and I get out and I kneel next to Captain Crunch and I smile like we're taking a picture together.
Okay.
Taking a selfie.
Yeah.
Right. So you're getting out of the bath.
Yeah. I get out the selfie stick that I have that I stole when I was looting the TV and the food processor.
That's right. With the iPhone on the end.
Yeah. Yeah, the new iPhone.
That's right.
Wannakadoodle doesn't have that old stuff.
Make sure you throw up a peace sign like the little Asian girls.
Oh, yeah, you have to.
Yeah, right next to my cheek, right?
Yeah, right at your cheek.
Is
Right
this,
at your temple there.
is this when Mercy holds up her umbrella and says, follow me?
Thazit, what are you doing?
You mean aside from screaming in pain from being eaten alive, but
Mhm.
not ever dying from the swarm, he's going to fire one more at Count Chocula, one more, whatever, the missile thing there, arcane missile.
All right.
And I'm even going to make it easy on you there, Gare. I think it should be a hard given all the pain and hardship of being chewed up.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. But it's a good thing you thought it for me first.
Yeah. So let's see what happens. Oh, huge
dear.
stuff.
So
not only does it fail, the entire spell just blows up right in his face, and I'd like to see it knock him out of the swarm and harshly against whatever the closest building is behind him.
Okay. I would
Something like paff, like smash right in there.
I will give both you and Mercy a hero coin if you agree that the bugs come up from inside your clothing, get in your face, gnaw in your eyes a little bit, make you take a step back and you kind of lose the direction you're facing. And as your spell goes off, you shoot Mercy with it.
Oh,
Oh,
I
damn.
could do that too. Fuck, you're invulnerable.
Oh, shit, I forgot.
Yeah, do it. Yes.
You're invulnerable. I'm absolutely for that.
Oh, man, I just fucking
So
rope-a-doped
hits her.
myself.
Let's see here. Let's roll for that.
I forgot
points
she was
all around.
invulnerable.
Yeah.
Damn it.
And it would have been for 6 had she not been invulnerable.
It's a good job you haven't got a GM with a good memory.
Wow, I completely forgot that you were invulnerable. So yeah, son of a bitch. I just played myself,
if
fool.
it makes you feel any better, he still has the swarm on him. It's not an ongoing effect. It's just whoever it hits at the time.
All right, I feel a little bit better about that, which is good. Okay, Clunge. Damn it.
So we've only got Count Chocula left, and obviously the one in the trough as well. Yeah.
Yeah, Pistachio. He's trying to climb out of the water trough right now.
Yeah. So I think I ain't gonna. Clunge isn't gonna step over that swarm, so he's gonna try and throw his spear that he's holding at Count Chocula. I think that's probably his safest move. Oh bollocks! No. So I reckon that it was that bad that his spear goes flying over. It goes miles past because he's obviously trying to avoid all this swarm. And he's sort of like jumping up and down, trying to not stop the bugs getting onto him.
Okay. Fantastic. So that puts it back to my turn. I think at this stage of the game, Count Chocula and Pistachio, seeing that they've lost more than half their crew, are basically going to try and turn tail and run. So I'm going to unlock Pistachio. He jumps out of the water and starts running down the street, and Count Chocula sort of follows suit. As the two of them sort of book off down the street, they're like, he's like, let's go get some backup. Let's go get some recruitments. And they start sort of cruising down the street a little bit. That's going to be your treat. We're going to call that them taken off. 4 on that one. So, why did that bounce like that? That was weird. Stop bouncing, stupid dice.
Dice are dumb.
That's being all crazy, man. It's bouncing all over the place. And with that, it is 8:45. Let's take a 5-minute break, refill our coffees, take a whiz, and you guys can decide whether or not you want to kill Pistachio and Count Chocula as they run down the back alley here.
Fuck yeah.
We'll be right back.
Well, Count Chocula's dead. Dead man moving.
Oh,
yeah.
He's gonna drop from the bugs that are gonna get him.
And if you want any information, I think Granrick needs to use his punching bag arrow and punching glove arrow and try and knock this guy out.
Well, yeah, I'm just thinking they're trying to go get back up. I mean, and it's my turn next, so I'm sure.
Yep. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
And in the meantime, I'm snacking on bugs.
Fuck yeah. Oh yeah, right. Being a turtle, you're like, fuck yeah, it's like a buffet. Well, if you do me a solid and you want to pick the ones off that'd be great.
It's like a Scooby snack.
That's right.
To go for a second one, so I've just gone for that one and Rebel Scum. I didn't bother with the sisters one.
Oh, I see. Okay,
so that's what,
interesting.
So that's what I've done. I've got the Chernobyl and the Rebel Scum.
Yeah, and I just downloaded Mothership, the rules, and I think I'm gonna give it a shot with that Dying Heart on hard light, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Try it out with that. Yeah, this is interesting. I'm kind of digging playing these different style games. Like I said, Tales from Loop is really fun. I'm liking the idea of these little zines. Just try different games.
Yeah, that's it.
Jack of all trades, master of none kind of thing.
Yep. Definitely. Oh, this stout's very nice. Very chocolatey. Bit chocolate and a bit of coffee in it.
Very nice. There's one I had. It was the hell was it? It was a stout, but it was like a charcoal stout. They called it. Yeah, it was pretty decent.
All right. We are back. We are live. We are getting after it. Pete, you're liking the zine quest?
Oh yes, back in loads of zines.
Yeah. It's not my thing. It's not the whole Jack of Master of None kind of thing.
As we were saying to Korea, it's just a cheap way of trying some different systems and different genres.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's very, very. It's going to be fun. I think it's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it.
And it's a little bit cheaper than
Pretty sure they're all under 70
yeah,
pages too.
and
Fuck,
it's
Gary,
cheaper,
you can read
Wow.
like 3 of them.
and it's cheaper than
Wow.
Pathfinder.
Vey, I didn't think you were gonna get me with that one. I thought we were friends, man. Wow.
I know she comes
It
out
was my
swinging.
turn.
Yeah.
See, that's what she does.
Yeah,
She's like a black widow spider. She lures you in, and then she goes for the kill.
That's right.
Well, I drew straws, and it was my turn.
I feel like zines are like the material that you see in the Dungeons and Dragons community. You know, like they come out with the player's handbook, but then you have all of this added content that comes.
Oh, like fan stuff, right?
Right, and
Yeah.
you get people that are just regular dolts. Not that some of them aren't good, but I just feel like
What I have found is there's a lot of ingenuity and sort of some new stuff coming out in these zines that people don't think of, and then sort of the big boys notice it and go, "Oh, that's a good idea."
Yeah.
So
It's all
really
fan
cool.
content. Nothing like Adventure League, anyways.
No,
I just feel like fan content has jaded me in such a way that people will create these weird mishmash characters that are not tested, not proven, to work in any kind of fashion. They sort of break the game in some way, like invulnerability for 8 rounds and things like that. Zill armor. Do you know what I mean?
You've only got one person to blame for that.
Or
That's your
sword
buddy.
is
That's your buddy. What's
8
that?
plus 8 damage per round.
Feel attacked.
So, but yeah, I don't know. That's just why I never really look into it. I just feel like it's it's mostly fan created content. That
ICRPG Master Edition is coming out next week.
is it next week? That fast?
Next week, yeah, because Hank's got the Rona, he's been flying through it, so he said it's going to be coming out this next week.
Oh, I
Which
saw the
is-
update. I didn't see
And,
it. It was
yeah,
next
and he's
week.
going to make all the old stuff free to everyone when the new stuff comes out. So
Interesting.
Wow. I wonder
So
what kind
even
of
more balanced.
I wonder what kind of changes he's going to put in. That'll be
Yeah.
interesting to see.
I know one of the big things
Well,
is he's making the monster pages a lot easier. He's not going to have loads of options because people
Yeah.
complain that they're a bit too
Oh my
complicated.
dear God! Because people can't look at the monster page and go, "Oh
Yeah.
fuck," I don't need to read the whole thing. I'm just going to do
No.
this thing.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, and here's the problem though. People also piss and moan when there's not enough in the monster pages, and then you get a fucking D&D manual, right?
Yeah.
It's like, come on, pick
Well,
one.
I think that's one of Vay's biggest complaints about this game is that some of the things that he's created, although are cool, haven't really been thought out. Like, let's take Zill Armor, for example, or a lot of the spells that Vay's been trying to cast where they're not really coherent, if that makes sense. Like, they come off in
Well, no,
such a way where they're kind of vague and open.
Some stuff needs to be cleaned up and solidified. I mean, if it's going to be a hard and fast rule like a spell or something, you really shouldn't be all loosey-goosey about it. I mean, honestly, we looked at healing. There's one of the healing spells. I think it was Healing Nova. There's literally 3 different ways in the
Yeah.
different manuals on how to do it, right? So consolidate it and
Yeah.
pick one. But I mean, it seems like he's doing new editions every week, right? It's like we'd have 2E. Now we've got the Quick Start 2E. Well, how different is this going to be from Quick Start 2E and the regular 2E? It's just getting to a point where it's too much. It's like, dude, like, slow your roll. I think this might be the end of ICRPG for a while. It kind of has to be.
So. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
We said a capstone.
I
So
found the original. Oh, sorry.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say I found the original core with all the tags they had with all the
Yeah.
abilities and weapons and stuff. That made way more sense than leaving everything just open to, hey, do what you want type of thing.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, because tags for your trappings, basically. That's all tags are. Tags is a trapping.
Yeah.
Yeah, it helped narrow things down and specify things a little more.
the races, the playable races. So in 2E or the Quick Start or whatever, now goblins are a playable race, but Tortons aren't a thing anymore.
No, they brought Tortons in as well, I think, but they
they
got
crashed
rid
your
of the
spaceship.
half. Yeah, it's the half folk and the hill folk are gone.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hellfolk. Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's like it's so weird. Like, where does an entire race go? So if you started playing in one and all of a sudden second edition, they're completely different. You're like, what the fuck? Like, where do I
Yeah.
take this?
And then I get that you can easily just add them in. Not a big deal. Use your 2E, but then you're kind of stunted slightly with, well, what do we give them for abilities? No logic would dictate, or if you're ripping everything off of, from Pathfinder 5e, I still use a lot of D&D and Pathfinder stuff as reference material. Because you could open up a book and just look and, halflings. Oh, here's 2 great abilities. We'll throw it into ICRPG, call it a day. Right. So it's not that hard of a transition, but I mean, really, yeah, why would you stunt one instead of just adding on top of what you already have?
Interesting. I'm looking forward to it. He'll be getting my money. Maybe this will be the edition that I play, depending on certain things. I would.
If you bought a previous version, you get this for free.
Oh well, then
you any extra for it.
He still gets
just
my.
If you want printed, you'll have to get it.
Yeah.
Oh, he still gets my Patreon money. So.
Yeah.
All right, Grand Rick. These 2 guys, Pistachio and Count Chocula, they're running down the street. They're like, "Let's get out of here. Let's go get some recruits."
I'll go for Pistachio first.
Shoot him up the alley, the back alley.
Right up the back shoot.
Is that what was the name of that movie? Inception.
12, 14. Yeah, no.
That's an Inception movie. You're shooting them in the alley, in an alley.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a big fat miss. Vay, what are you doing with your invulnerability?
All right, I'm going to. Chocula is dead, but I'm going to put the swarm on Pistachio.
Okay. Oh yeah, Count Chocula took enough damage that he goes down. He just kind of gurgles and falls over in the middle of the street, covered in bugs and goop.
Pistachio is able to run from the swarm.
Oh, Pistachio. He makes the getaway. All right. Unfortunately, Count Chocula, he drops. So that leaves, so we're around to Cordoga. What are you doing? You're going to kill this poor lone guy, Pistachio?
Pistachio?
Yeah.
I don't know. He had spirit. I'm going to do Arn's Hex on him.
What does that do?
If I hit him, it's magical damage. For rounds. It's a hot no. Wait.
Right.
7, 9. I'll add that. Yep, 14 will do it.
All right, you can expend some more of your dice pool. I have no idea how
we
your
were all
character
gonna
works.
dodge and let him go.
Yeah, I just move stuff around. It looks good, right?
I trust you.
We believe it.
The only
7
person.
points of damage.
Oh, Pistachio is at 17 of 20. So yeah, he screams a little bit as your hex lands on him.
But he'll take it for another 2 rounds after this.
Okay, so essentially Pistachio makes it, I want to say, right to about here before he falls down under the burning embers of your hex spell.
Oh, he rots from within.
Oh, okay. Very nice. Wow, you guys are heartless, man. Lonely Larry way down the street there. Lazy Leon, Sleepy Sal, Dead Fred.
Yep.
So it looks like these guys are marking themselves with the green paint.
Yes,
you know what this feels like, guys. Let's if any of that green paint is still usable or whatsoever, like there's muddy water there, we could use that paint. Let's perhaps mark ourselves and see what happens if this gets us in like a ticket. Pass some.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Oh, and Mercy, if you wouldn't mind shutting down the swarm there too, Mercy, that'd be great.
It's really hard to talk around all these bugs in my mouth.
A little discomfort.
Yeah, a little bit, a little burning.
Actually, I'll do a healing nova.
Yeah, because with the way I picture this undying thing with Cordova, it's basically like the swarm goes away, so like there's bits of like flesh, like his eye and shit's hanging out, and like missing skin and that, and it just kind of reforms.
All right, take 21
oh, Jesus
healing.
Christ.
Everyone.
How many, sorry?
21.
Everyone take 21
I'm
healing.
pretty sure it's damn near all of it for everybody, isn't it?
taking the
Anybody higher than two hearts?
No.
Who did we end on? We ended on Charles with his hex, and then Vey cast some healing spells. Thazit, you want to sort of grab some of this armor off these people and maybe dress up?
Yeah. Let's maybe do that and see if we can, not so much disguise, but I mean, if these guys all had this marking that signifies that, hey, we're good because they got the green paint. Theoretically, we could try to use it to infiltrate if we had to, or get by the next set of guards.
Okay. What I'm going to do is...
I healed myself for 10.
drawing wieners with the green paint.
Yeah. Clunge be like, look, I made a bum.
Well, or Clunge is going to dip something in the green paint. He can guess what.
So Thazit, you're going to try and strap on some armor. So I'm just going to say that this is now you.
Sure.
This is you here. You can be that character and this character. Anybody else? Clunge, you're kind of a big fella. Being that you're hill folk and shit like that, right? So, but that's not to say, Vey, that you can't strap on some of this armor. It might not fit you the best, being that you're. I mean, unless you're like
I'm
a
a little
halfling.
person, so maybe I am.
Yeah,
small folk. So I mean, Clunge could have like the helmet kind of sitting on his head, but very. Like,
I could stick a helmet on my helmet, couldn't I?
Helmet on the helmet.
Come on, go on top of each other. It'll be fun.
Or at the very least, cloaks. Like, put the
yeah.
cloaks on or something.
Yeah. And
with the
green paint. Yeah. Get some green stuff on. Yeah.
Okay, so I think out of everybody, Cordoga, possibly Granrick, because you could throw a cape on over your turtle self and put a helmet on. You might be, if nobody really paid attention and you stayed behind, you might be able to get some cover or disguise out of strapping yourself on. Daniel, I don't know if you want to do that or not, but Clunge is way too big to put any of this armor on himself, and Mercy is way too small.
Yeah, I won't be able to wear the armor because of like my carapace or whatever you call it. But yeah, robes.
Yeah, robes and probably the bucket.
Yeah.
Oh man, do you guys want to pull the Star Wars scene, like fucking taking Chewie to the detention center?
I think that's
right. And then Mercy could like ride the pocket or something, and then just fucking surprise attack. Bam! Suck it, losers.
And with the red robes, I grab another one and I take a strip, and I had to put on like a red bandana.
Oh, attaboy.
Just because.
Okay.
Oh boy. Ooh.
So Thazit, Clunge, what are you doing, Clunge? Is there a thing you want to do?
I'm just trying to get some of this green paint on me, sort of smear it on various body parts.
Okay, so you just kind of cut. Well, the paint would be dry. It wouldn't be wet and
smearable. Okay. In that case, I'll sort of like take one of the robes off, or with the robes off that has got the paint on, and sort of like put it over the top of my outfit.
Okay, so you're like a full-grown man wearing a diaper. That's really
that's what it. Yeah,
the idea that I'm getting out of it. You have this cape on, but it looks like a handkerchief because you're a giant ass hill person.
Absolutely, yeah.
Tangleberry, Mercy's not gonna bother.
Oh man, I'm sure Mercy's got some like fucking lotions and potions and shit not related to magic. That's probably green. That might work.
Okay.
I will bind my hand loosely.
Nice.
Where's...
I don't need my hands free anyway.
You don't have to. I thought you can't cast spells if your hands aren't free.
Oh, is that a thing? Okay.
Yeah, that is.
Well,
that
I
is
bind my hands loosely, like I said before.
Okay, fantastic.
I can get out of them if I need to.
I'm gonna put Clunge up here because Clunge is kind of hidden. Well, you know what? I could actually just make Lonely Larry into a Clunge and make him big, and then just call him Clunge. There.
Clunge Redux.
Right? But he ain't fooling anybody. I mean, essentially, he's just wearing a fucking cape. He's just a big guy in a cape.
And his pants still smell like piss.
Of course, as you come around the corner, you guys are down in the harbor dock bay area already. You come around the corner, you see these green painted or armored up red plumes with this splash of green paint on them. You have some idea that might signify that they're working with the cult of the dragon and stuff like that. But generally the harbor is quiet compared to the rest of the town. Most of the ships are silent and empty. But as you come around the corner and sort of look down onto the dock down here, you see that there's a group of sailors being dragged off one of the ships, the Vigilant, by members of the Red Plume. There's another ship called the Gilded Trophy, which is this one off to the one side. You can see that it's got a hull plate on the back of it that's tells you that it's called the Gilded Trophy. It's got crates and barrels stacked at its gunwales, and you can see a few wary eyes and trembling crossbows pointed towards the docks. It appears that on this boat here, they've sort of set up a little area so that nobody can get onto their boat, and out of the little holes and stuff like that, there's a few sparse people pointing weapons and stuff like that at the dock, but they're really not doing anything. They're not sort of fighting anybody. Lazy Leon. And you can rename them, but I'll put them down here. Pistachio.
Oh man, you said there were sailors in that they had kind of captured. Is Warsh one of them? Could we see that? Can we notice that Warsh is one of those sailors?
One of the sailors in the Gilded Trophy? No.
No. I thought you mentioned something about other sailors being kind of corralled up somewhere.
So off of this boat here called the Vigilant,
Yep.
This group of red plumes is dragging a bunch of sailors off of here.
Off of there. Okay, that's what I'm wondering. Is any one of them Warsh by chance?
See, there's a bunch of dock workers being corralled by these guys, taken off of the boat. Oh, I don't even have to because I put them in this box. I was thinking ahead of time. Objects.
Man, you would have felt dumb copying and pasting after having stuck everything into that box.
F8.
Yes.
Just for you.
Fuck yeah.
I'll get rid of these guys. And so, yeah, there's a bunch of dock workers down here and a bunch of red plume looking dudes. And they're sort of gathering everybody off of this boat. The Vigilante. So to set the scene, it's a regular sort of mid-afternoon, 3 p.m.-ish kind of a thing. You guys just finished duking out this group of red plumes. They're all laying dead in the street back here. And as you come around the corner and make your way into this little area here, beyond these crates and stuff like that, you notice there's this group down at the dock. So here's the Gilded Trophy. Now, in that slip of paper, which is over here, the slip of paper that was handed to Claw says that they're dragging away dock workers and crews of other vessels. They have no doubt they will soon come for the rest of us. We cannot leave as they have grappled our ship with hook and chain. We are not strong enough to take the dock. Liberate us with haste. Once we have been freed, you are welcome to escape with us, along with any that you wish to bring. We have sufficient room for half the population of Flan if need arises. Signed by Dornell Whitebeard. Now, Dornell is this dwarf, and he is the dock master of Flan. He knows all the comings and goings and stuff like that. Him and a weak crew of people are on the Gilded Trophy. The entranceway to the Gilded Trophy is blocked by barrels and crates, so they can't really get a ladder out to it. And the Gilded Trophy is chained to the wharf, so it can't unhook itself and sail away. They're kind of caught. If they come off, they'll face the wrath of the red plumes. So they're basically just kind of held up on this ship, not attacking or doing anything of that kind. while the Vigilant, its crew has been boarded, and the dock workers from the Vigilant, including who you know to be Warsh, is being dragged off of the ship by this group of red plumes down here.
Man, that's not cool.
Yeah, and actually, I think I'm at you, Thazit. So yeah, you see Warsh way down in the distance. You guys have yet to be spotted. Thazit, I'm going to say you're right about here with Clunge behind you. In fact, the rest of you can put yourselves in this general area wherever you want to be.
Well, I think so. As long as I could see these guys down there, yeah, I could definitely see them. Okay, perfect. So I actually want to cast the Hammerfell and then put it right over top of, let's see here, I think these guys, those red plumes there. And I mean, either it's going to activate the next round or 3-4, but it gives us some binds. Just to get preemptive strike, as it were.
And that is
So
an
let's see if
spell.
Oh, here's Biscuit, because this could be fun. So 4 plus the 6 I already have, so I'm just going to add. So that gives me 8 plus that's a 14, so that should be enough to fire it off. And it goes off in 4 rounds.
Okay, who are you going to? Because it's a single target kind of attack.
Right. That's fine. We'll go with the middle red plume guy right there.
Okay, so I called him.
Like, is there one that? Yeah, is there one that looks like a captain or something, or are they all just kind of standard red plume shitty guards?
Yep, kind of looking like standard red plume shitty
Standard,
guards.
yeah. Okay, so like I said, this is the guy in the middle here. That one.
Okay. Fantastic. All right, so you cast, it succeeded, it goes off. Clunge, you're standing right beside Thazit, looking down at the docks, seeing that these guys are being sort of corralled into a group. Some of these red plumes are tying them together. None of them are really paying any attention to you, and you sort of have a bit of cover, at least line of sight with these barrels that are here. So they don't really see what's going on, right? You kind of are hanging out in the back here. What is it you're going to do?
So I think I'll walk purposefully towards the dock, as if I know what I'm doing. Obviously, I have no idea what I'm doing whatsoever. But he's
Okay.
gonna walk as if he knows what he's doing.
What is that? Is that called? It's not
charisma, maybe.
Persuade would be. Yeah, it would be charisma. Thanks, Pete.
Yeah.
You know what?
Oh yes, 18.
All right, you definitely have that air of confidence about you. You look like you're definitely playing the part. You're a guy that's not well dressed in a very tiny red cape, wearing a helmet that's way too small for your fucking gigantic head, and no armor and no green paint.
But I'm working it, baby. I'm working it.
You are working it hardcore. There is going to be a few more dock workers that get corralled off of this boat. He falls to his death because he was up on the mast or something like that, I think. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, these red plume workers are going to spend their action and shit like that hanging out here. They're sort of corralling everybody. You can hear Clunge. You can hear Warsh. He makes a comment. He's like, I just got me a job working on this boat, and look at it. I should have stayed on the island. This is some bullshit. This is what I get for leaving me home. Excuse my burp. He's like, this is bad. Yeah, these guys are poking him in the back. They're corralling them together. So these dock workers are all being tied up with rope and different mechanisms to tie all of their hands together and put them in a chain and stuff like that. They're yelling a few things and not really paying attention as you approach Clunge. Granrick, you're way in the back here. What are you doing?
Well, I think a good thing for me would be let's head towards the water. If I could actually get into the water, I could probably get behind everybody. We could almost have a small ambush.
Okay. Roll me some dexterity for stealth. Let's see how sneaky you are.
Right. $23 a dude.
Wow.
Not even we can see him. He's that stealthy.
Right?
Like I am a turtle, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I think in here somewhere, the reason that I brought this up. Oh, here we go.
Nice.
I knew that was a sound. I was goofing around with this stupid sound cube a little while ago. All right, so you disappear into the drink.
Yeah.
Out here somewhere. Try and slowly swim your way around. Now, this is probably going to take you, roll me a d4 to see how long it takes you to get out here. I realize that you're a good swimmer. You got those, swimmer feet, flipper hands kind of a deal, but you are trying to be stealthy and sneaky. So, yeah. So, over the next 3 rounds, we're just going to say that you are swimming around, and the idea is you're going to try and pop up through here somewhere, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to set you over there. Mercy, what is Mercy doing?
As I'm swimming, though, can I listen in on them?
Yeah, sure. You can kind of hear everything that's going on in there. In fact, actually, make me a perception check.
5. And that's
All right. The water, the sound of the ocean breeze. Oh, actually, I wonder if there's even some noise on this stupid thing. Here we go.
Motion of the ocean.
Nice.
Right? We got a little bit of... I wonder if I move that away, like if I move it over here.
That's it. We all go to the toilet now.
Suddenly, Pete's old bladder evacuates itself. I don't know if there's a way that... No, I don't think I can control the volume from that thing. So we're going to put that on a hard stop because that's irritating. I like it best when I set it up and you guys can control the volume of it so it's not irritating at your end.
Yeah, with the other audio file, yeah.
Right? And then if you don't want to listen to it, you can turn it off. At least it's an option that you have. Okay, so yeah, over the sound of the waves lapping up against the boat and you swimming, trying to be sort of stealthy and sneak along there, yeah, you don't really catch anything that's being said along the boat. Merce, what is Mercy doing?
Well, I'm going to open up with an attack. It's those 4 red plumes right there on the top.
Wow, you're just coming in and getting all stiff on the deal right out of the gate?
She doesn't care. She's fucking shit up right out of the gate.
Yeah. Well, based on what's happening in Note,
Yep.
I assume these were still the bad guys.
Presumably. We'll find out the hard way whether we're going to jail or
Are they
not.
the good guys and we're the bad guys?
Pete knows. Pete knows.
Also, do I see any green markings on their
From a
uniform?
search point of view.
Roll perception, merciless daughter of Era.
Merciful.
And currently, as you're casting, you throw these binds off of your hands. You start casting a spell, and yeah, you have yet to see whether or not any of these guys have some kind of green paint. These guys in the back are, they keep getting their chest plates blocked by the dock workers, and these guys have their backs turned to you currently.
I'm gonna go with my gut and cast it.
Do it. Yeah.
I'm probably tough anyway.
No.
It goes off.
Okay, what spell
Good
is it?
looking roll.
Swarm. Oh, for 4 rounds, they're dead.
Nice.
Wow. Simmer down, lady.
Fucking like leeches and piranhas and shit.
First round 10 damage. They should hit
Unreal.
those 4 guys there.
Yeah, how am I going to do this? I am going to grab all of these guys and set them on your swarm token.
Oh, nice.
Then, okay, so yeah, these guys are all taken aback as this swarm of whatever it is, weird kind of little maggoty wood bugs and centipedes, any kind of thing that you would find down near the dock, eating away at the woods. Maybe it's a swarm of barnacles or something like that, and their little tongues are popping out of their shell. Maybe not. I don't know what it is,
Man,
but it is
I could totally picture Gary making that noise.
Flying shrimp. It's a swarm of flying shrimp eating at their flesh.
Right, and they just keep leaping over the dock, nipping at them, and then falling through the cracks back into the drink as this little swarm of shrimp starts attacking these guys. Now, did you roll damage for these guys?
Yeah,
I'm
10
sure
damage this round.
Wow,
Jeez.
10 damage to all these. That's like
Whole fucking
40.
heart.
Okay, so these guys,
Oh,
of
minimum
course,
is 9.
they just start freaking out. They don't know what's happening. They're patting themselves down. A few of them have dropped their weapons and their shields and shit like that as they're sort of just screaming in pain as their flesh is being sort of torn off them in different places. All of these guys are not quite sure what's happened. Did I put down 10 of 40 on this guy? I did. 10 of 20.
Sounds like a crawfish
Okay.
fucking boil.
These guys at the back, they're kind of looking around as to what's going on now that you've sort of got their attention. Maybe they were looking at the boat, who knows, but they kind of pop up and they're looking around. They're like, hey, the one guy says to the other one, he's like, over there. And he points it directly at you, Mercy, through these tied up dock worker guys. And Warsh immediately sees Mercy. He's very familiar with you, and he's like, ha, they're in trouble now. Merciful daughter of yours. Oh, this is a good day. But yeah, the other guys, all these dock workers are giving you the big hurrah. They're like, yeah, got him. As these red plumes sort of freak out. Cardoga.
Yeah, well, it looks like it's taken care of, so I'm just gonna hang out. Glad we put on the disguises.
For that, sir, you have earned yourself a sweet hero coin because you kind of need it because you suck.
Yeah,
Well, they were all grouped up. I couldn't
good point.
resist.
Thaz, where's Thaz?
Oh, he's kicking in the back here. Where is he? Oh, geez, I don't know which one it is. There we go. You know what? He'll just come on up and maybe hunker down. Kind of poking on the other side of this box here while his spell is, gestating, as it will.
Okay, you're going to hang out there. Clunge?
Yep.
You're standing out in front of everybody.
Yes. I think at this point, I'm going to pick up my spear, which I chucked at the Captain Crunch earlier that missed him. And I'll sort of look around for that and pick my spear up because otherwise I've got nothing to fight with.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, good call.
Arrow shot.
Wait, should have kept that claw. You could have attacked him with that.
No, the bitch two-timed me, so she was gone.
Oh, that Eric, two-timing whore, I tell you.
Puts it around to my turn. So these dock workers, this guy and this guy, they sort of charge through your little dudes that are on the swarm here. These guys pick up their weapons and shit like that. Now that Warsh has sort of given yourself away, and they're going to come running up here. They're like, you did this to us. And they start charging. All of them are going to charge Clunge because you're just naturally gigantic and sort of in the front.
Yep.
And, being that you're the big fella, they're...
You're so big.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're gonna,
you say that to me all the time, Gary.
You're just a massive dudester. So these guys are covered in bugs and shit like that, and they're just going to take 4 sword attacks at you as they sort of run in your general direction and make some hacking attacks. Be some natural 20s, not a single one. says 15 is the highest. Does that hit your armor class?
No, 16's my armor.
Wow. All right. Well, take 2 arrow shots from the guys at the back. Crossbows. I got a couple. Oh, and yeah. Fucking. All right. Rotate. Take it away. Granrick, you make it, I want to say, somewhere right to about here. You're swimming through the water. You still have another couple of turns before you pop up behind these guys that are now, unless, of course, you want to run back the other way. You're kind of right over there.
That'd probably be quicker and easier.
Yeah, okay, so you're just going to spend 1 round making your way back over here. You are in the water, and you are an amphibious beast, a creature kind of a deal, I guess. So I don't know. You could probably maybe take a hard shot at one of these guys with your bow and arrow. Once you get up, I'm going to say you get to about here, and you can stand on you can see the rocks underground, so you can stand up. You're not quite out of the water, but you can find some purchase to shoot a bow if you want.
All right.
Purchase.
That's cool. So I'll go after this red plume guy here. Yeah, I guess this guy. No. Colossal miss.
All right, sweet. Bit of a duff. So your arrow just kind of flies off into the wilderness. I do like that. I think I got an arrow shot here somewhere. Sticks into one of these crates.
One of those crates, like right beside Thaz's head.
Yep.
What?
Merciless Daughter of Era.
I'm going to cast invulnerability on Clunge.
Oh, bloody favoritism.
Oh, wow. Let her rip. I hope it fails. If it backfires, you're going to make him super vulnerable.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
No.
Like a boss.
All right, for 10 rounds.
Jesus Christ.
I'll keep track of it for you.
Thanks. Thanks. Okay. Cardoga, what are you doing?
Wow.
Are they attacking? Are they just the same?
Yeah, they're trying to smash away.
Let me do the damage to those guards. I gotta do the damage to those guards.
Okay.
Oh, here it comes. The wrecking ball.
12 damage.
To all of them?
Yeah, 12.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 of them that was on there.
Man, I gotta change the
That's why I had 40 hit points.
Did you just kill them all?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Fucking mercy the merciless.
Those damn shrimp, you know.
Oh, they're
those shrimp and piranhas. That's amazing.
I flip this guy over. Yeah, see, he's got it, but these guys don't. All right, I don't need to do that right now. So yeah, these guys are, not including Thazit. They all die in some fashion from the shrimp of doom. They drop at the feet of Clunge. You can see little sea shrimp and stuff like that, flies buzzing around, maybe the occasional maggot, barnacles growing from within them. And as they're sort of swinging away at you, with doom and destruction in their eyes, they just basically fall to the ground in a pile of death and destruction. This guy here.
They got
I'm just doing a thing. I wanted to copy and paste a thing on him. Custom. So whose go is it?
Me.
Have at her, Cardoga. What are you doing?
Is he shooting or the guy you just did?
No. This guy here, he's just got a different model that I'm changing. See? What the fuck? Oh yeah, that's right. When he goes down, see how they sink? Whereas these ones, when I flip them over, they don't sink. They stand on their heads, right? So yeah, he's not shooting. He's not even there. It's just these two guys. There is also some guys back here that you can see. There's a red plume worker back there. And yeah, that's what you see.
But these ones advanced on us, right?
Oh, yeah. They're definitely coming at you.
Okay, I'll just shoot him crossbow. Just want to feel like I'm participating.
I helped.
I don't know if I did. That's 12. I'll add that. So I hit. 4 points.
What the hell is this ability that you have? The I win button or something?
It's the memory ring.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So is that E? You hit E?
No.
Charles?
I roll E.
Charles?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Why are you being so difficult today, Charles?
You guys hear something?
Ay.
This guy, 4 points.
Oh, so the other guy. Okay.
Right. This guy, 4 points.
I fucking hate you so much right now. It's incredible.
This box,
Moving on.
4
Thazit, what
points.
are you doing?
Well, it looks like my target's kind of gone, isn't he?
Yep, sure
Am I
has.
looking at this right?
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to dispel that spell.
Okay.
And then let's see, just do it in the front here. Let's see here. This guy, he'll just launch the arcane missile at him.
Let her rip.
There we go. What do we get here?
Sweet.
That's a 19. It's over 15, so that's going to be a crit as well. Let's see here. Oh, there should only be one of those. And one of these. All right, that's 1721.
On E or F?
21 damage of just pure energy, just low filling up his body, and if all goes well, his head will pop right off in goo and mess.
No, I
Yeah,
was trying
that
to,
first guy. That guy.
trying to do a thing with him. All right, so his head explodes into a giant pile of stuff and things.
Yep.
Clunge.
And
There's
then
one guy left,
Spellbird.
Clunge.
So
Actually, there's
Clunge, invulnerable Clunge will charge forward and said, "Tonight we dine in the crab shack," and try and stab this one.
Excellent. Looks like Thazit
We're still-
failed.
We're still
Spellburn?
14, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And you failed Spellburn
Yeah,
for
Thazit
one
failed
round?
Spellburn. Correct. One round.
Excellent.
Oh yeah, baby, it's a critical.
Attaboy.
So that will be, well, that's 8 plus my ultimate. Or does your maximum effort? Does that mean I do maximum effort on both dice?
Sorry, what happened? I was too busy
Well,
laughing at my.
If I get 15 plus, I do maximum effort on any strike. So, and as it's a crit, I'm rolling weapon damage and ultimate. So do I get
Just
maximum on both?
Simmer down, Pete, for fuck's sakes. Really?
Eat him alive.
Simmer down. You can roll maximum effort on your weapon and then add critical damage to it.
Okay.
Don't be such a cheater. This red plume guy, man, he does not know what's going on right now.
That's 16 damage on him then.
Okay, he just fucking jumps in the water and commits suicide. He goes and drowns himself over here somewhere, because, yeah. And this guy back here,
Clunge is going to point at him. You're next, boy.
he turns around, he runs down, and he hops into this little boat here, and he's quickly trying to unsail the boat. Or sorry, untie it, and so that he can sail away. He's not trying to unsail the fucking boat. As he is untying the strings from the boat, off of the Vigilant is a sight that I'm not sure that you guys have seen before.
Uh-oh.
But
how cool shit is this going to be?
The gangplank comes this gigantic multi-legged creature. I don't know if a basilisk
wow.
actually has a lot of legs on him. Get on there.
Hey, your basilisk does.
Right? Let's move these guys up. There we go. Lock him in place. And on his back, my fanatic. Where's my kobold fanatic? Why the fuck is it not finding it? Kobold, winged kobold, servant kobold, sorcerer, kobold. I'm going to say that this guy is on it. I will shrink him down to a normal size. We'll put him right there. So there is a plank that is connecting the Vigilant to this dock where these workers came off of it. They're all cheering because you guys have just easily walked your way through an entire patrol of red plumes, killing everybody in your wake without even nary a thought. But off of this boat comes this horrific frickin' creature on its back. It's got a saddle with like reins and shit. It is being ridden by a kobold, and it comes down and it plants its feet firmly onto the dock. The kobold looks around at the death and destruction that you have wreaked upon it. Check a thing here under. Yes, I am correct. This dock worker here, he turns around and looks at it, and in doing so, immediately turns to stone.
Oh, shit.
He becomes a statue. The doggy kind of, as they make eye contact, and this thing turns to stone, this gigantic dog-looking thing whips its tail at this coworker, and it turns it into like a pile of crumbled rocks. And then it starts munching on them. It's like eating the rocks that it has left here. I got me some really cool rocks. Coworker gone. I got these rocks from
Roxorus?
No, I just got to figure out where the thing is to grab the rocks because I don't know.
Are these the ones that meld into each other? Like showed us last week.
Yeah, they work really well together. But yeah, this guy turns into a pile of rubble. And this giant doggy, he reaches down in his great big teethy maw. He's almost got stone-looking teeth and shit like that. He grabs onto these rocks and he's just as he crumbles them into piles of dust as he eats them. It's a big gooey pile of stuff. And the winged kobold on his bat, it says ship's bat there, he kind of laughs. And then this thing pops out, and then behind it is another two of these giant chiefs. They must have been on this boat, corralling people off them. But I'm going to also put the captain comes down the plank after him, along with with this honor guard. Wow, I'm fucking shot all over the place there for a second. There. All right, so this crew comes off the Vigilant. These guys were cheering. Unfortunately, they're not cheering anymore as one of them has just turned to stone. En masse, Warsh and these guys, they slowly start shuffling. They're like hut, 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 as they make their way up here, but they're all kind of tied together with these ropes and shit, and they're stumbling over one another, and fucking one of them falls, and he's getting dragged as they're trying to make their escape. But yeah, these guys are like trying to make their way off the boat or down the wharf. We got another 15 minutes left, so let's see what happens with this crew. We're gonna pick it up with Granrick. So you're off over here, Granrick. You don't see a thing right now. They're blocking your line of sight. You just see these guys. They're all yelling and screaming as they come cruising up this dock, and you have no idea what's going on.
Okay.
Can you give him his movement from last round?
I would naturally continue on and come onto land for my turn then.
Hello.
Hello? Anyone?
I can hear you.
There we go. Wow, that was awkward.
I was muted. Did you ask me a question? I
Oh.
could barely hear you, Daniel.
Oh, no, I was saying I was just, since all these guys are running down the dock away from the dudes came off the boat, I would naturally progress onto land here.
Yep.
Kind of join them in the general direction since I can't see anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you can.
So-
You still have your movement and stuff, right? So I mean, you could make it anywhere
about
within
here,
your.
yep.
All right. So you
All I
walk
hear
up
is
behind
the
Thazit.
commotion.
I missed that. It's very hard to hear you for some reason.
Oh.
You're very quiet, and I've got you maxed out as far as.
That's weird because I hear him no problem at this end. Bizarre.
It's quiet for me too.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Odd.
Yeah. Are you in the
It
same
was
room
quiet
with
for me
him?
last time, but
Is that where you can hear him?
Yeah. That's a.
You're playing in the same room at your house.
That's right.
I can hear him, no problem.
You got your paper dolls. I got my dolls here. We're playing with our action figures.
That's creepy.
Oh yeah. Well, he keeps taking my Cobra Commander, the dick.
Did you want to do a thing, Granrick? You just moved there.
How's that? Is that any better?
Oh yeah, there
Yes.
we are.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so no, I figured I'd move here. I mean, it's about as far as I could go. I can only see everybody running. I hear the commotion.
Okay,
So-
make yourself. You move to about there. Mercy, what is
Yep.
what is
Yep, I'm happy.
what is the merciless daughter of Ira doing?
all right, I see this guy turn to stone, right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume I'm not going to be able to look at this guy. So I'm going to cast Swarm on the area right past the dude that turned stone.
Okay, so you're just because you're not really looking in the general direction of where this guy is. I'm going to make that a hard roll for you because you're not looking at him.
Okay,
Cool.
all right, that's fair.
Natural 20. Dead in 2 rounds. Oh,
Natural 3.
Object. I should have kept that swarm token ready. Yeah. So you cast swarm in the boat.
Yeah, it's off to the side there. I moved it.
Now,
Excellent.
can you control the swarm, Vey? Like, can you every round move the swarm? No, okay.
I could dissipate it, I guess.
I wasn't too sure how the spell worked.
Is it
Yeah, it's
even
kinda
called
click and
swarm?
forget.
Swarm. Cast on a location you can see. Close targets. Take magical damage for 1d4 rounds. Wow. So yeah, cast on a location you can see. I guess you kind of have to look down here to cast it on them. That kind of puts you at a disadvantage with that spell because you actually have to see it. But if you look at this guy,
Well, I guess it boils down to the technicalities. Do I have to look him in the eyes, or can I look at the dock underneath him? Does that count, or is it just in his general direction I turn to stone, or what?
let me see.
Boom. Suck at technicalities
It's all about the details.
Right.
in the game with no details.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it'd be
No,
great. Take all this stuff that we're doing, write it down, and then by the time the campaign's over, actually compare it to the book and go, "Wow, that's different."
Okay, so I'm going to make a ruling saying, here's the thing. It does say that a basilisk, which is what this big giant thing is, if you have to be within 30 feet in order for it to petrify you. You are farther than, I want to say, 30 feet away because you're sort of down at the end of the dock.
Oh,
but
yeah.
your spell just says that you can see,
A place I can see. Yeah, it doesn't have a range.
right? And it's 9-10 squares, so you're probably 50 feet away from this thing, so he wouldn't be able to petrify you anyway. Okay, so I will make the ruling that you can land your fucking swarm spell underneath the feet of this basilisk.
All right, but to be fair, I rolled a 3.
Yeah, she did fail.
Oh, man, I'm doing all that for nothing again. Holy shit!
Listen, we're not trying to take away your GM agency.
You know what? Since you put the token there, I'll spend a coin and roll again.
After you've deleted it.
You
Awesome.
guys are killing me. Oh, and of course it lands on an 18, and now
Okay.
I gotta
There
get
it is.
out again.
Nice. Just hit undo.
Oh man.
All right, for 2 rounds, he got lucky.
Lock my token. Scooch it back
Oh,
here
I don't know.
underneath.
Can we flip you a coin and have you re-roll that too?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Max damage. He takes 18 damage this round.
Okay. Drop that. All right. So this giant ass creature. Where is?
And anything else caught in the swarm, of course.
Yeah. Okay. So the ship's bat. Who's orange? Charles, move your hand.
God
Right
damn
in the
it,
way.
Charles.
He is up on the back of. I can only select the swarm token for some reason. 0.95. Can I scooch it down? There we go. I'm stuck with my vision in between the stupid boats and the fucking model on this stupid thing. Where did he go to? I lost my basilisk. Is he upside down somewhere? He just fucking disappeared.
The swarm.
Yeah, he was upside down. Where the hell did he go?
Yeah, he fell upside down.
I don't know. I don't know where he went to.
Swarm.
It's the end of the table.
I killed it.
Man, that was instant kill. Next.
Okay.
Or is he like way the hell up top though? Is he way up high too? By chance?
2 more basilisks come out.
Oh, there's one. Why don't we just use that one?
Where the fuck is he? I don't see him.
I don't know. You
Nope.
got one on the side
Oh,
here though. It's
there we
beside
go.
the swarm.
Okay, man.
now
And
it's
this
back
concludes
there.
today's adventure. Like, fuck around. I'm just going to leave him at a pile at the end of the dock. You get the gist. They're down there. The swarm does 18 points of damage to the basilisk. It somewhat looks unaffected with its chitinous rock-like skin. These things that are, it doesn't have sort of normal flesh-like things. So although these bugs are crawling all over it, your spell on it really doesn't look like it's doing too much to this thing. It's kind of not even really paying attention to it. The ship's bat that's on its back is freaking out a little bit as these bugs sort of crawl up on it. But yeah, he is. Make him a little tougher. And then did you... no, you never. Hobgoblin Captain. There should be another one around here somewhere. I don't know where the fuck he is, but there's 2 Hobgoblin Captains that are back here that are unaffected. Ship's bat. This is rough between these 2 buildings here. Good, fuck it. Charles, what are you doing? Moving on.
Next.
I can no longer be bothered to play with my toys.
Well, especially since you're not sharing with the rest of us, Dick.
Right? Fuck, those guys can sit down there. Okay, so they're covered in insect bites and getting chewed on.
Did they move forward or are they still back?
No, they're
like-
still in the back.
Still
I
like
just had
here.
to, yeah.
Holy shit, the boat moved.
I think the boat is my problem. The model for the boat is messing with where things end up, right?
Yeah, the hitboxes for him is going to be its maximum. They're like a cube around it.
Yeah. So I'm just going to scooch them out of the way.
So those
So you should use one of the maps. You would have had this issue.
Well, I mean, if we played with welfare tokens and stuff like that, we wouldn't have this issue either, right? But unfortunately, you guys have the thrill of playing on a cool 3D map with an awesome dudester that takes the time to build these
advanced
things for you.
map. advanced problems.
Right? All right. Come on, Cardoga. Get it together, Charles. Are you muted?
No, I'm not. I'm just waiting for you to be done playing with your toys.
I don't know if that's ever going to happen.
This winch here, can it be turned?
It absolutely 100% can be turned, yes.
It.
Oh no.
I think I want to summon something to turn it so I can drop that weight on him.
Oh
Mhm.
shit. Too cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Boom.
You got a spell? You got a thing you can do? What do you got?
I got nothing with that roll. Oh wait, no, I do.
I have
Okay, I
stuff.
cast summon to summon a creature to turn that winch for me, to turn the weight so it's over the fools below it.
Okay.
Could be a turtle. We did a sea turtle before.
I think I got both of
Something
them.
beefy to turn that wheel.
I'm going to turn it right to about here before I go here. And then just shift where it goes, and I'll put it back, something like this. Because the rotation is actually a little weird. I have both items selected. Move right to about there. Okay. Now, this is part of the whole adventure. So you do summon a deal that lands up there somewhere. I'm just going to try and tell you what it needs to do to move it. The crane, there is a large crane used to move cargo. It currently has 12 barrels of wine strapped in its net, suspended over the dock. The crane requires a successful DC 10 intelligence check to operate. So fortunately, you don't have to be that smart. Any character with an appropriate background, such as a sailor, makes this check at advantage. You are not a sailor, although I'm sure at some point you can be. The barrels can be dropped on the foes in a 10-foot by 10-foot square, forcing any creature in the area to make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, they're going to take 66 bludgeoning damage and be knocked prone with it. So it actually doesn't require that much for you to summon a thing. It's kind of designed that way. So yeah, you've successfully summoned some kind of creature.
Yeah.
It turns.
Is it? How does the summon work? Like, are you summoning your own basilisk?
Oh, we just been doing whatever monsters around. So
Got it.
giant turtle, the dire pike. I don't know.
A merman.
Yes.
I wonder if I have one. I think
Flying
I do.
shrimp.
Well, I used to have a deal with like Eric in one of my things. Oh, I don't see it anywhere. Green shimmer. I don't know what it is. All right, so spiritual hammer. No, it is what it is. So yeah, you summon a merman. He pops up, flops up onto the deal here. He starts cranking the wheel. Nobody's really paying any attention to him because, after all, it is a frickin' merman. And they're much more concerned with the swarm that is above them. When skaboosh. Oh, man, it fucking lands up there. Are you kidding me? It's garbage. Nothing's working today. See, it disappeared now, too. Where'd it go?
Probably in the water,
You want to roll that damage? 66?
I don't know. That's a lot of dice.
Okay, never mind. It does no damage.
How many is that now? Let's add 2 to that, and I got to roll another one. 23. 28.
You successfully blast the hobgoblins into the drink.
Just like last night.
Yep, they're toast. The basilisk is going to take a 23 points of damage.
Ooh.
Just 28.
28 plus 9 is 37 points of damage. The ship's bat that was on his back, the fanatic, it also gets knocked off the back of this thing. And then all that leaves is the remaining basilisk guy that just does not want to cooperate, that is caught in a storm. Thazit, what are you doing? 2 rounds to take this guy out.
Yeah. No, Thazit doesn't have any magic for a round, so is there any little kobolds or any of those little guys left that we can cockworkers?
Not now, after the merman saved the day. Between the merman and he's the merciless merman of Era.
Yeah. So I've got no magic for a round. Let's see here. And a crossbow's not going to do anything to that guy. So let's see here. Do we have another? And that's the only one dock leading into boats. Oh no. You know what? Fuck it. He's going to just kind of back up a little bit and get himself prepped up. Doesn't want that thing to get too close. Just back himself up a little bit, get himself prepped up for a spell next round. Oh yeah.
Look at your loot list.
Oh, hold on.
Remember?
Yeah, my loot list. What do I got all in there? Oh shit, eh? Interesting.
I've got a tool bag. Want to borrow it?
Yeah, problem is with the iron palm though. I got to get up close with that thing. I can't look at it and try and throw a punch at it, which I'm no good at.
Oh yeah.
I thought about that for a sec there. Yeah, no. Otherwise, if it's just a regular creature, that shouldn't be an issue.
We'll make a donation to the Church of Era.
Make a donation to the Church of Era. Nice. Yeah, no, he's going to stick with that original. Just kind of sit in the backside there, kind of back himself up, prep himself up for another spell.
I'm just saying, if you want invulnerability, you can ask Era or Mercy for it.
I could. Well, you've already gone, right?
That's true.
Yeah, so you've already gone, so you won't be able to cast that till next. So now let's work our way back here and get ready to cast a spell for next round. I think that'll be the best way to go. Although, awesome suggestions, guys. Thanks.
All right. Thazit sucks and does nothing. Clunge, what are you doing?
Literally nothing.
I'm going to cast my wild growth on the basilisk.
Wild growth.
So, wild growth. See if I can ensnare him. And I think I'll spend my hero coin. And I'll re-roll that baby. It gets worse.
Love it. Hey, here's my basilisk right here. Here's Doggy. I just found him.
Where was he?
Yeah, he's been over there all the time.
I did not know he was there.
Hey, Pete, you want another hero coin?
Oh, yeah, he does.
Yeah, go on.
Add the D12 instead of re-rolling.
Okay, we'll add the D12.
What was your last roll, Pete?
Oh, why did you say that, Corey?
Yes! Curses.
That's it? You're done, Pete? Nobody
yeah,
else?
I'm done.
No more hero coins? No more nothing? All of a sudden, my swarm token's back. Fantastic. All right, so this group of sailors, they're like, fuck this place, it's bullshit, and we're out of here. They go running down the dock, slowly stumbling all over the place until they fall into a pile of drunken stupor back over here somewhere, taking the merciful daughter of Era with them. Which they don't really do. I just have to move them and move you. This basilisk slowly, well, not slowly, quite rapidly makes its way towards Clunge. It's going to get within a couple of feet, like it takes a bit of a running start, and then it jumps. You look like a tasty snack, Clunge, is what I'm saying.
Clunge.
Now,
look away.
Like to do is I would like Clunge to make a intelligence check. Because Mercy just yelled, "Look away," I will let you make it with advantage because she, on your behalf. Oh, okay.
So it's a 14 and just see in case you get a crit. So that's 18, the highest one.
Okay, so she distracts you for half a second, at which point you sort of turn and look at Mercy. You're not quite sure why she's yelling at you yet. I don't know if you're smart enough to piece together the fact that this thing has some kind of petrifying gaze. But yeah, I think Mercy just kind of saved your ass. So this thing flies up, makes eye contact with you. You quickly look away before anything bad happens to you, but it is going to take a bite at you, not with advantage, but it's going to make an easy attempt. So I'm going to add +8 to my roll. Fuck me in the
No, thank you. I'll pass on that
one. And that is all he gets. He gets a freaking bite attack.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Ranrick.
All right. I guess I'll take a couple shots at this basilisk.
Okay, you take some shots at this thing. You can make you're going to have to make me a Constitution saving throw as soon as you point your arrows at this thing. It's kind of looking all over the place, but yeah, you see it. You're not quite sure what the hell it is. Maybe you do know, but yeah, if you're going to take a shot at it.
All right, saving throw.
Yes.
Snap,
That's
son.
knowing you.
So
yeah,
that happened.
You don't have your biscuit, do you?
No.
Oh.
No more biscuits.
I don't have and I will make a stone statue of you, but you, because you critically failed, immediately petrify. No save, no other roll. You could be saved. I'm not saying that you can't, but yeah, you just immediately turn into a fucking absolute stone statue. Critical failed on that roll. You point your arrow at this basilisk. It looks at you, and your body just seizes up into a rock-like formation. As the good old basilisk there kind of, it lets out a snort and a sniff, and it's laughing at you, Daniel. Merciful daughter of Ira, you have just seen Turtle Baby turn into a rock statue. No.
All right. I feel like everyone's gonna need a boost to handle this basilisk looking at it. So I'm gonna do a Titan's battle cry.
Oh, nice. That's the fun +3 one, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, nice. So everyone gets a +3 to the rolls until it's my turn again.
Okay.
Let me do damage to the basilisk. 12 damage.
Wow. 49 of 50 hit points. You're so close to killing it. But unfortunately... Oh, actually, you know what? I forgot to take half damage from its stone skin and magical... All right, anyways, we're going to wrap this up. Charles, what are you doing? It's got 1 hit point left.
Lame. I don't want to hit it for 1 hit point.
You can hit it for more than 1. It just only requires a little poke to take it out.
It only needs 1 more.
Gouge your own eyes out so you don't have to look at it.
Finish him.
Okay, I will, I guess...
You get a +3.
Right there. Wait,
Charm him. Become your
Am
pet.
I running away too? You moved me over here with the rest of the guys.
Sorry, you all look the same.
You Cardogas all look the same.
Yeah, it's true. Look at my paintings. All right, I'll go up and hit with sword. What do I need to do, Muty? Nothing?
Well, Muty
okay,
Muterton.
Yeah, I'll just roll damage then. Is that okay, Gary? Say nothing if that's okay.
Fuck, I am muted.
I think you're
aren't
good. Just roll it.
Yep.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Don't.
Roll to hit it.
Hot 14 for at least 1 point of damage.
Yep.
1 point of damage.
Because I'm not looking, I guess. I'm turning away and kind
Ironically-
of poking it.
Yeah, that is the one hit point that it needed to kill it. It turns into a giant skaboosh mark on the front, and we're going to end our adventure here with the dock workers running down the street. You guys have managed to kill the mighty basilisk, solve the puzzle,
What
so
of
to speak.
Ganrick?
Yeah, what about Granrick? I guess we're going to have to wait 2 weeks to see what happens to poor Daniel.
Awesome.
Oh, we're back on the schedule.
No, it's just that this week is my wife's birthday, so we're going to go out Saturday night.
Gary's going to be
And,
loaded and hungover, son. Just call it what it is.
No, I don't really drink that much, but I'll end up driving. We're going to go to Surf and Turf, down to the beach, have a little beachfront lobster dinner kind of a deal, some steak, crab.
Have all your restaurants reopened then, have they?
Pardon me?
Have all your restaurants reopened? In Canada?
No, you can have up to 6 people in them.
All right.
I got to hit a button over here, which is the
Six
Hobo
people.
RPG show is not affiliated with or endorsed by any companies mentioned on this show. Any of the products mentioned on our show or that appear on our website are the property and copyright of the respected owners. All items are used under fair use for educational and review purposes. All other items are the intellectual property of the Murder Hobo RPG show, copyright 2021, all rights reserved.